was no pop in this can whatsoever.
No, it's a little bitch can.
I didn't know they were bitch cans when I bought them. I came home and opened them up. I was like, I'm so mad. But, by the way.
That's what a real man's can
That's right.
sounds like.
Well, we know if we're comparing cans here, pal, we both know that I ain't entering that competition expecting a win.
So is this like life-size comparison here?
Well,
Cut yours down by half.
Yeah. So
cut yours by half, boys. That's top of mine.
I've only heard the stories. I don't know. I don't know particular in which way your can.
Well, all right. Anyway,
but yes, do you want to try this monster? Welcome to Weenie Wrestling Monster Ultra Sunrise.
Yeah,
it's like orange and citrusy. It's all right.
That's like light.
Yeah, it's real light. Sugar free. Like yeah, it's nice. Just little bitch cans. Only 110 milligrams of caffeine in this bitch can.
Oh god, that's
right. I got home and I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this? Like, I'm gonna have to drink 3 of them to match a fucking rain inferno that used to get my belly on fire.
When I was talking to our friend Mikey this week, he says he's back addicted to monsters.
Oh,
he's like, yeah, I'm drinking about 3 a day.
Oh, great.
I was like,
that's what he needed.
That's not good.
That's not good. No, that's not good for your heart.
I was like, I drink maybe 1 or 2 a week.
Yeah, right.
No more. Can't be doing that, pal.
Unbelievable.
He's got to wean himself off.
He's got to do something. Welcome to Weenie Wrestling. I'm DJ. That's Brett.
What up, baby?
How are you, pal? Welcome to episode 301.
That's see, hey, look at you remembering shit. Mm-hmm. I'm good, man. You know, enjoying the week. Still enjoying being a world champ.
There you go.
Feels good.
It sure does.
You know, the more videos come out, the more hyper I get.
Sure.
But yeah, I'm good, dude. Just don't know what I'm going to do with myself for like the next couple months because basketball means fucking nothing because the Sixers fucking suck.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to watch wrestling.
Did they send Paul George to the D League yet?
No, they should. Dude, he was too busy on the All-Star break taking pictures sucking on titties. So,
well,
I mean, I can't fault the man. Did you watch any of All-Star Saturday night as a lead in the collision?
I did, in fact, see that white guy do all the dunks.
Mac McClung?
Sure, that sounds like a white person's name.
3 years in a row, three-peat. At least somebody could complete a fucking three-peat in sports. You know. Hey, even though he's barely a basketball player.
Yeah, he's just in the league to dunk.
Yeah. Dude, he's normally just in the G League.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so he's just a dunk guy.
They just bring him up to do the dunk contest. At the end of the year, have some run.
All right.
These games mean nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
I mean, the dunks were cool.
He looked great.
Yeah.
I thought he looked very cool.
Absolutely.
Boy.
So, yeah, I did. Yeah.
How are you? What's going on with you?
I'm good, pal. Nothing, man. Nothing at all. Yeah, hanging out.
I look right down my phone. I got a CNN update. Who's the next 007?
Oh.
That's what CNN.
It's me.
That's
Surprise.
what CNN's reporting on, I guess.
Well, why not?
Might as well.
It's me. I'm the new James Bond. Because I saw the family gave up the rights or whatever, so their Amazon MGM's taking it over or whatever. So who knows?
I think Todd said something about that in the Discord today. I think so.
Yeah.
I heard the broccoli family.
I don't know what that means. I thought he was making a joke.
Me too.
I think they wanted Henry Cavill. And, you know, whatever. I always thought that Idris Elba would be a really good James Bond, but they waited too long.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know who's out there. I've never seen a single James Bond movie in my life. Nope, not a one.
Really?
Not a one.
That's shocking.
I know the overall.
For as much as you watch movies.
Never saw a single James Bond movie.
Wow.
I know the pop culture references. I know Donald Pleasance, and I know the Jaws and Odd Job and all that. And I played the GoldenEye video game fucking crazy.
Who didn't?
But I've never seen the movie. I've never seen a single James Bond movie.
Shocked by that.
Yeah.
I think you would enjoy this.
I'm sure I would. I have some James Bond books in my library that I also haven't read, but I picked them up real cheap. I was like, oh, these should be cool to read. Wow. Yeah, I've never seen a single one.
That is so shocking to me.
Bits and pieces, of course. But yeah, never. I'll never sat down to watch any of them.
Wow.
Our friend Ron is a big James Bond guy.
Ron's a big James Bond.
And he always used to get really mad at me. I'm like, I've just never seen a single one. I don't know.
I'm not going to get mad at you, but
and I love Sean Connery.
I'm just shocked just because of how many movies you've seen.
I used to tell people that George Lazenby was my favorite James Bond just to piss them off, but in reality, I've never seen a single one, so I can't pick a favorite.
I am in shock right now.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But I've seen the Austin Power movies dozens of times.
I mean, they're better.
Oh, well.
Listen,
I don't.
The Spy Who Shagged Me?
I was just saying.
You kidding me?
I know that the Bond women are a really important thing in pop culture and society, but I'm not sure there's a Bond woman that would look better than Heather Graham did in that like red and orange knit dress she wears in like 20 minutes into that fucking second movie.
Yeah, but Beyonce and Goldmember, I mean, with the afro,
absolutely, Foxy Cleopatra, right? Was that her name?
I'm Foxy Cleopatra, and I'm a whole lot of woman.
There you go. Back before we knew Beyonce sucked.
Well,
yeah.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. She's not a good person. Just likes to sue small businesses, whatever. But
cool.
That's not what we're here to talk about. This isn't We Need Beyonce slander. This is We Need Wrestling.
So now we're gonna have the fucking Beehive after us.
I don't.
Beehive, the Swifties.
If you're a member of the Beehive that listens to this show, 1, why? And 2, email us. If We Need Wrestling.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you for listening. Tell all your Beehive friends.
Tell all your pals.
Yeah.
All right. So before we get into news, I have some follow up from last week.
Oh my God. We're burying the Chiefs again?
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay. Can't bury something that's already been dead and buried.
That's old news.
You have to dig them back up first.
So I got a message today.
Oh.
From a friend of the show.
Oh, friend of the show.
Saying, "Hey there, Brett. Because DJ forgot to read my question last week, I'm sending a retold version to you."
From who?
This is from our friend Jess.
Jess sent me a question last week? Oh no, I feel terrible. For real?
I told Jess I was gonna fucking fuck with you on the show, so that's amazing. Yeah.
Oh my God. No, that wasn't last week.
Oh, it was last week.
Oh, it fucking was. Oh my God. We even talked about the 300,000. Jesus Christ, Jess, I'm so sorry. Oh my God. And honestly, I appreciate the fact that you didn't bring it up to me, that you went to Brett to bury me. I love,
dude, as soon as I got it, I was like, fuck yeah, let's go.
That is an attitude that I appreciate.
Yeah.
I feel terrible though.
My response was, that son of a bitch, I can't wait to give him shit.
Yeah. I'm apologizing right now.
So Jess's question is getting asked right on top.
Okay.
At the top of the show.
Oh, Jess, you're the best too.
I know. Jess rules.
Jess, here's the thing. I'm going to say this publicly because I've been wanting to say it to Jess privately, and I just don't, because I get the shakes about reaching out to people. Jess has like impeccable wrestling taste.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely impeccable. Like whatever. Like I look at their Instagram and it's like always the coolest shit.
Yeah.
And movies, everything. Jess rules. Impeccable. So now I feel terrible.
I like Jess when we were talking about Akira Hokuto.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, look, I just got this shirt."
Yes.
And I said, "Hey, I got the same shirt."
Yeah.
It's like, fuck yeah. We're friends.
Yeah, Jess fucking rules. Yeah. I feel fucking terrible right now.
So the question is, hey, friends, given the recent announcement that El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr., Wagner 3G, has signed with AAA and is safe from the Fed for a bit, it has me thinking about how far I would travel to go see him before he's lost to Goon XT.
Yeah.
He will be at the Prestige Mania show, which also has the enticing match of The Inspiration versus Nicole Matthews and Kylie Ray.
Okay.
The actual question, how far would you all travel to go see Bozilla?
Yes.
Thanks, love you both, and everyone on the soon-to-be-named network family.
Oh, Jess, I'm so sorry. I feel so bad.
I was so.
It's also very funny that you did amend the question a little bit, which is hilarious.
Hey, it had to be. Well, again, Jess said they were sending a retold version.
Yep. So. Yeah. Well, because this was now 2 weeks ago, but Jess originally said that she forgot to send the question a couple days ago, and I'm putting it here for next week. So and then I fucked that up. So, but it says recently was announced El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. has a Mania Weekend booking. I've never gone for Mania Weekend, and I was very tempted to go because I need to see him live before he inevitably signs with the Fed, and maybe I'll see him in a future Rumble. He's not signing with the Fed. We know that now because they want to take his mask off. But anyway, Bozilla.
How far would we travel to go see Bozilla?
I mean,
I might put a 2-hour cap on it.
Yeah. I mean, I am still thinking
of that curb stuff.
About driving almost 3 hours to meet Tenzon.
Dude, when I saw that pop up, I was like, holy shit.
And like...
It's Tenzon's first, like, U.S. signing.
Right. And like, he'll probably come back.
That's a member of NWA Japan.
Right. I mean, it's a guy that, he's one of my favorite Japanese wrestlers of all time. Like, I love Tenzon.
You own a Tenzon shirt. I
do. When I lost a whole bunch of weight before I re-put it all back on, I was wearing my Tenzon shirt as my weigh-in shirt, and Tenzon was like, "You look very good," and I was like, "Thank you, Tenzon."
Yeah.
Member of NWO Japan, one half of my favorite tag team, one of my favorite tag teams of all time, with him and Kojima. Like,
I would say I'd offer to give Tenzon my ankle, but I couldn't do much.
Yeah, yours no.
That's what we call an even trade.
Yeah, but man, for Bozilla though, I'm shaking on driving 3 hours to meet Tenzon.
Yeah.
And pay $100 for a photo and an autograph.
I don't know if I have anything I get autographed by Tenzon.
I don't. All my Tenzon stuff's open.
Yeah,
but there's you can find on card Tenzon stuff
I'm
pretty cheap.
Yeah.
So Bozilla would have to be less than 3 hours because if I'm shaky on Tenzon,
I'd say 2.
Yeah.
I'd cap it at 2, and who else is going to be there?
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, like New York City to Philly to the Jersey Shore.
Yeah,
that's my triangulation.
Now,
there.
like if Bozilla say
maybe like Lancaster, Pennsylvania, for some reason Bozilla like joined an Amish community or something.
Like if Bozilla got booked on a GCW show in Atlantic City, would you go?
I hate that fucking Atlantic City drive.
I know that is a brutal drive.
Would
you stay overnight?
Nah, I don't know.
Yeah, but then you get drunk and go gamble, baby. What's going on?
I'm bad at both of those things. Oh. I don't know. That's possible.
I'm real bad at one of those things and pretty good at the other one. I'll let you guess what's what.
I've seen you do both.
You're one of the few.
So, but 2 hours, 2-ish, somewhere around there.
2-ish. Who else is on the show?
Yeah, right. Exactly. Could be extended if more people on the show. Yeah. If Bozilla and Tenzon were both at this big event in New York, then I'd be like, yeah, we're going.
If Bozilla was wrestling Tenzon,
oh my god,
how far would you drive?
I think, Bozilla's probably taller than Tenzon at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know, that'd be a pretty cool match.
That'd be fucking sick.
Tenzon fucking rules.
I love Tenzon.
I think so. As I said to Brett, Tenzon is doing that event. And I'm like, it's $100 for a photo and a picture. Maybe I just want to do the photo. But like, I was like, I don't know if I want to go. But also, if I see it afterwards and he brought his entrance mask with him and let people wear it for the photos, I'd be absolutely heartbroken.
Yeah.
But I'm also trying to save money because we got like tattoos coming up and a lot of other shit.
That's like the only big expense I've coming to this.
And like so many concerts.
Which
is going to be more tickets we have to buy, and I'm going to want fucking t-shirts, and you got to eat and all that shit.
Yeah, you're right.
And like that, and like May has a concert every weekend. If
that
not two,
might outweigh everything else. Yeah, I think you're right. It's a big month for
right now. I need music more than I need wrestling meet and greets.
Yeah, I haven't gone to a show in a while.
Yeah, so
it's been a little upsetting.
But Bozilla would be high up there on people I'd want to see.
All right, fuck yeah.
Like then be intimidated by.
Dude, I'd have to try to hit like a bicep pose.
Oh yeah, but you just get
both fucking completely emasculated.
Oh yeah, that has its point. It's pros also.
If it scratches an itch, my friend. All right, well, Jess, thank you so much for the question. I'm so happy you sent it to my inbox. I won't forget you, unlike TJ.
Yep, feel terrible. I feel terrible for a long time. I'm going to apologize a whole bunch.
You want to feel more terrible?
Oh, no. What else did I do?
No.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I was like, what else? Jesus.
I was going to get into the news section.
Okay.
Which one of these two upsets you more?
Okay.
We're going to play an either or.
All right. I like this game.
The death of Gran Hamada.
Okay.
Or Michelle McCool getting into the Hall of Fame.
You know what? They're actually kind of even.
Even trade.
Pretty even trade. I mean, if I was able to reverse one of them. Don't know which one I would pick.
Oh, no. Come on. It's Gran Hamada.
Listen. If you don't know Gran Hamada, go watch Gran Hamada.
Rest in peace, Gran Hamada.
Like, the guy, one of the men responsible for almost all of the wrestling that you like of a certain style.
That's a fact.
Absolute fucking legend through and through. So
he was 74 when he passed away this week. So RIP to the legend.
Absolute fucking legend. Go watch all of his battles with every guy in a mask you've ever heard of. Yep. Basically.
Grand Hamada, he was in a 6-man tag with, was it the BW, where, I don't want to say, it was on Barely Legal 97, wasn't it?
Was he in that team?
I think so.
Like you're talking like Togo Mentio. Was that him? Was he in that?
Because wasn't it BWO Japan? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I thought he was on the opposing team.
Oh, maybe. Barely Legal, what'd you say, 97?
I believe, yeah.
Let's see.
I just tried to tip it off the top of my dome. I'm pretty sure, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Taka, Terry Boy, and Dick Togo.
Yep.
Versus Great Sasuke.
Yes.
Masato Yakushiji, who I don't remember, who does not even have a Wikipedia page, and Grand Hamada.
Who was it a replacement for?
Ooh.
It wasn't Super Delphin, was it?
I don't know. I'm trying to look right now.
Or El Samurai?
Could be.
I don't remember, but
Grand Naniwa.
The
Crab Man,
Grand Naniwa.
All-timer in Grand Naniwa.
That's right, Grand Naniwa.
Also rest in peace. I gotta buy my Grand Naniwa stuff off that guy.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah.
All right. See, the brains, it's there. It's putting the pieces together. Just a little bit off. But,
yeah.
But yes, rest in peace to...
rest in peace, Grand Hamada. Absolute legend. Yeah.
But Michelle McCool, Hall of Fame.
I mean, it must be good to be Undertaker's third wife.
Yeah. Poopy stinks to death.
Yeah, she's terrible. She's hot.
Like, as a part of, like, an era of wrestling, of women's wrestling, where it wasn't very good.
Right.
And Marcus, I don't give a fuck what you say. Faithbreaker sucks. I'm here for the Styles Clash all day. Yeah, I just don't care. It's just like, okay, so now we have Triple H and Michelle McCool going in.
This demolition thing better fucking happen.
You better make that happen quick.
Yeah, so like, we've talked on before. I think every year when the Hall of Fame comes around, we talk about like the people who aren't in it.
Always, yeah.
And then it's like, but the celebrity wing is thin.
Yeah.
Right? And the women's like wing is thin because WWE didn't start taking women's wrestling seriously until 15 years ago, 20 years ago, if you count like Lita and Trish.
Yeah.
So like, a lot of those.
Even after that, dude, it was
it was forever.
It fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Then like Beth Phoenix came along.
Right.
Natalia came along.
Right.
Like,
Paige,
wrestle.
like all that. Paige couldn't actually wrestle, but like she was the last Divas champion.
She was decent.
Transition.
Though,
but like, so you're not putting them in the Hall of Fame yet. They're all going to get in there.
Yeah. I think Beth might already be in. But like, I don't think Victoria's in. I don't know for sure. Yeah. I don't know. They will now. I don't know. They could roll Harry Carey on stage. But Jesus Christ.
But I like Victoria a ton. But like Michelle McCool just isn't. She's just there because she would take. Like they take her. Like that's all it is. She has no merit in this business. Like. I'd rather Kelly go in.
Excuse me while I eat my ravioli, sir.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah.
Not for me.
That's bizarre. We'll see what else this class is. But it better fucking be Demolition because otherwise I don't want to listen to either Triple H or her make a fucking acceptance speech on this garbage.
Yeah, it's real bad.
So,
what news do you have? Do you have any other news?
No, but I can Google the news really quick before I get into my little piece. Pro wrestling news. What was that voice?
I don't know what the fuck that was.
In another 300 episodes, when they ask me what I regret doing, it's going to be that.
Okay. Good.
So, what would I change? It's that. Road Dogg's the head writer on like SmackDown now or whatever.
Jesus Christ.
And he sat down, did an interview, and they were like, well, how'd you get over your beef with Triple H? And he's like, I just said, listen, man, I was on drugs.
Yeah.
Bunch of New Japan stars going to C2E2.
Yeah.
were the releases last week, or was it
last week
that we talked about last week? Sonya Deville came out and talked about how she was in contract negotiations, and they just called her.
That's crazy.
And she thought she was answering to her contract renewal, and they were like, "Nah, we're done
what
with you."
Swing.
That fucking sucks.
I felt bad when I read that.
Oh, this is an interesting thing here. When asked about Jim Clarinet's entering the WWE Hall of Fame, Fightful Select reported that his name has not been mentioned in recent years as getting in.
I don't think they'll put him in.
It's not against using Cornette, but they believe that he's happy and successful with his podcasts and other role projects outside of WWE. So I don't want to be controversial here, and let me preface this by saying that dude fucking sucks now.
He should be in though,
but he has a Hall of Fame fucking career. There's two managers better than him all time, maybe.
Yep.
So
yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
but yeah,
yeah. Let's see. Former WWE star Deborah reveals surprising new career after leaving pro wrestling. She works in criminal justice. After I left wrestling, she went to the University of Alabama and got a bachelor's degree. Good for her.
Yeah.
And then there is a little piece of news here because that's pretty much it. But I'm gonna. There's a whole interview here that I saw with Michael Cole. This is what I wanted to talk about.
Oh, dog!
You saw this, right?
Fucking damn it!
All right. So this is from WrestleZone, which I'm sure is just a recap, but whatever, because I just had the tweet saved. But it says, Michael Cole says he's never pretended to be a pro wrestling announcer. Explains what his job is. His 28-year career with the WWE. And the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because he is sort of highly regarded in that company. He is a representative of this company in a pretty high stature.
No doubt.
He's going to have a career for life. They're going to put him in the fucking Hall of Fame.
I read in this interview, he already said like his contract he signed is going to take him to retirement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So despite his renaissance in commentary, Michael Cole does not consider himself to be a professional wrestling announcer. He recently appeared on Logan Paul's Dumbass podcast. That's my editorializing. He's not an announcer, but a narrator, a storyteller, and multiple other things. He says, we're an entertainment product.
Yep.
And it's the emotional connection. Whether you're bad guy or good guy, that makes the difference. It's one of the reasons why we're on Netflix. I tell people all the time, I've never pretended in 28 years to be a professional wrestling announcer. I'm not. I'm a narrator, a storyteller, a pitchman, a play-by-play announcer somewhat. I embellish stories. I create characters. I'm a jack of all trades. I think that's one of the reasons why his fans hated me at first, because I wasn't a professional wrestling announcer. But over the years, they come to respect me. Blah, blah, blah. So that whole thing, the tweet that I saved of his said that WWE is a storytelling entity first, not professional wrestling. That's why Netflix wanted us. Netflix understands that we're a storytelling entity first. We're not pro wrestling anymore. We haven't been for many years. We're an entertainment product.
Yeah. I mean, they've been telling you that for years.
Right. And so one of the things
we make movies, pal.
One of the things I watched this week was a 4-hour compilation the WWE Vault put up.
Well, baby, now we're talking.
I'm not in this sport for the money. I'm not in it for the money at all. Do you understand me?
I understand you.
I'm in it because I love the sport, and I still consider it a sport. And to hell with all this damn entertainment. If that's entertainment, what I just did out there, damn, I got the kicked out of me. By my best friend. By a guy that I consider a damn kid. I consider him part of me.
In the Terry Funk 4-hour compilation, which you absolutely should watch.
Yes, please go take the time to watch it this
That's
weekend.
one of the things interspersed in, and I was like, I got to bookmark that and put that on my phone.
Absolutely.
Because if that's entertainment, why did I just get the shit kicked out of me?
Yep.
And this was almost 30 years ago. This was after him and Foley fighting for, the bounty was taken out and Austin's on commentary. So, we're looking at almost 30 years ago. And even back then, they were like, this is entertainment. And Terry's like, what are you talking about? And I stand by that.
I hate how they just treat pro wrestling as like a dirty word. And
I watched some WWE product this week.
Yeah.
And I think the problem, and again, Watch what you watch. I'm not telling you to not watch. I'm not telling the company you got out of business. None of that shit. But that perspective that they have on what they're producing informs everything they put on television. And I can see it in everything they do. And I'm like, it's not for me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like that. They do things really, really well in some aspects. That they do they're a giant machine that's been doing it for a very long time. So there's a lot of things they do really, really well. And yes, they have good matches, and yes, they do good bits, and yes, it could be cinema, whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean.
Cinema,
but
scenes, but chills.
But then, like, it seems even more so recently, and with Michael Cole, who again I consider being an incredibly high-ranking representative for the company publicly,
yeah, of course,
saying we're an entertainment company now. We are not a wrestling company. It shows by what they put on TV. It informs their product on every fucking level. And it will. And when we talk about what I watched from WWE this week, I'll admit to, like, it then impacts what I'm viewing.
Yeah.
And I have a harder time watching it because I know what the sort of message or, mission statement of this company is now. So even when something's good, I'm like, oh, but you don't give a shit about it. Like, if that match is good, that's awesome. But I can tell you, but the company don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And then they have all their fucking stooges on their fucking radio shows, making sure that they tell people they don't give shit about it. And God damn it, Brett, I was so close to calling in to fucking bust it open when Bully put that number out on Twitter this week. Did you see that?
No.
So Bully put out, Brother Ray Deadly was like, all the fucking marks and know-it-alls want to debate me on 5-star matches, and if they matter, here's the number. Call in, cowards. And I was like,
we should have called in. Should have done it.
I was like, obviously you do that. Like, it's like the Alex Jones trick, right? Like, you get somebody on the phone, and it's also when these assholes go to college campuses and pretend to do round tables and all this shit. They overwhelm and they misinform with the attempt at either frustrating you, and if they can't do that, then they just drown you out and don't let you talk. And I know who I am, and I know the abilities that I have, and I guarantee you that I would have gotten Brother Ray Deadly to call me a slur on Busted Open.
Here's the fucking playbook with that guy.
Yeah.
It's always come on the show and do it.
Yeah.
Come on the show and do it. And it's just the age old trick of, oh, you came on our show.
Right.
You don't see me coming on your show that you don't have, and oh, you fucking Mark, you called,
Right. Exactly.
That's all it is.
It's a grift.
And then you can ask him, like, oh, blah, 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 5-star matches. By the way, why do you still work with Rob Feinstein? And then have him go block everybody on Twitter. Right. He fucking has.
I mean, that's my exact strategy.
Real
would be
cool guy.
I would just start saying, you Rob Feinstein represents you publicly. What, you're okay with all this shit?
Yep.
Here's the screen caps. We know it fucking happened.
Pal. Yeah.
Feinstein can lie about it all he wants. We know it fucking happened.
Yep.
That goes for Tommy. That goes for Bully.
Absolutely.
Goes for most of those fucking ECW guys, sadly.
A lot of those guys, yeah.
But yeah, like, just so, like, it sadly it does influence my viewing of WWE product. But I watched that Terry Funk thing, which I absolutely recommend. 4.5 hours. You get matches. You get cool promos. There's some promos even I haven't seen before.
Yeah.
I wish I was, like, watching this going, well, why wasn't this up when we were fucking doing Terry Funk Moment of the Weeks? There's, like, the whole series of him leading up to his feud with Hogan where him and Jimmy are on the Double Cross Ranch.
Yeah.
And there's behind the scenes stuff and, like, Funker telling jokes and, like, Jimmy Hart goes off script the one time and they make fun of him afterwards, like, and they show all that stuff. And then you get, like, the match against Eddie Guerrero from 89. Eddie's WCW debut is on there. You get the Shotgun Saturday Night thing. You get the empty arena match. You get some dark matches. You get some, all that kind of stuff is a ton of fun.
It's off with what, him and Flair New York Knockout?
Yeah, that was the first thing on there. Really good promos. Everything's intercut with the promo. I think he's talking about Eddie Gilbert where the horse farts. You get the Candido match where he gets kicked by the horses on there.
Everybody needs to move more like Terry Funk.
Right. The happiest I've been watching wrestling in a long, long time, and I enjoy a lot of wrestling. I enjoyed a lot of wrestling this week. Was just watching Terry do his thing again in a big clip like that. I'm like, man, he really was the fucking
dude. When
best.
I saw that came out, I couldn't send it to you fast enough. I was like, dude, clear your day, enjoy. Here you go.
Actually and honestly is the best to me. And when I watch him, I was like, is there anybody in pro wrestling now that has that aura of chaos about them. And I don't think wrestling right now could get to that. Like, even when he was like 53 years old, walking out on WWE, WWF, and it's like, he literally anything can happen right now.
Sure.
And he'll just like, and if it pisses somebody off, he'll just go home.
Yeah, he doesn't.
You
care.
know, but like that, the Brucey story about Shotgun Saturday Night, where they told him to not curse, and he called Vince a son of a bitch, and Stone Cold's a bastard.
Pettingale.
You know, yeah. So like, there's that like feeling of just uncertainty of just the chaos that at any moment Terry can bring if he felt like it. Nobody replicates that. He's the fucking best.
Love Terry.
There's a great clip of him training with his dad and his brother in the ring, and like his dad's like teaching him how to put on alternate holds and like think differently because he's New Japan, he's NWA champion. You get the promo of that, like when he comes champion for the first time.
Yeah, I haven't watched the
really
full
cool
thing yet because I was switching like downtime between that and the WWE Vault. They've had like a live stream concurrent.
Of like all the VHS stuff,
old, like Coliseum videos and stuff. So I've been switching back and forth through that. Last night I was watching Mean Gene at a hibachi restaurant with Mr. Fuji and Yokozuna.
Nice.
Yoko just smashed 2 plates of sushi and he goes, "Yeah, that's just the appetizer." And then he goes on to eat 9 steaks.
Nice.
9.
Of course.
Which made me want.
There was also Terry Funk versus TNT from Puerto Rico, which is Savio Vega.
Yes, sir.
With Heenan on commentary, which is very funny.
That's awesome.
You can hear it's like low, but you can hear him. But it's absolutely worth your time. It's 4.5 hours. That may seem like a lot. It does not scratch
enough.
the surface of Terry's career. But you do get to see some cool things, including the empty arena match.
I thought it was very cool that they put that out.
It was awesome.
I
enjoyed the hell out of it. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And there's just so much more you can get into. But this was really nice. Everything's like really high quality because it's their tapes and shit. It was really cool.
Yeah.
So that's all I got for news.
All right.
If you got anything else?
No, I don't have anything else. We're getting to wrestling we watched.
Questions I fucking forgot about.
No. We'll get into wrestling that we watched this week. So main roster WWE, I didn't really watch anything from it.
Okay.
I try to keep up and I try to keep track.
Yeah.
Just again, strictly for my nephews.
Sure.
But there wasn't anything jumping out at me.
Okay.
Nothing of note, really.
Yeah.
Elimination Chamber's next Saturday.
Yeah.
So,
The
Rock's going to be on SmackDown tomorrow night, so I'll be watching that with the kids, hopefully.
And a relatively light week all around because I'll tell you, there's no international section. There's nothing really happening in Japan unless you like lucha shit that's out there, but it's not particularly our bag all around. So if something stands out, we'll cover it. But this week, it's kind of a light week for that regard.
Yeah, it really is. I know, so there's a guy in my brother-in-law's streams. Shout out Todd, not our Todd, other Todd. And he listens to the show, which again, very
Todd
appreciative.
Pettingill. He listens to us.
Yeah.
What's up, Todd?
Yeah, at Todd the Viking.
Oh, okay.
So he was less, and I was in the stream the other night, and he put up congrats on the 300 episodes. I was like, fuck cool. Yeah, man, that's really cool of you. And I feel like I try to keep up so I know what I'm talking about sometimes when I'm on there with the cards.
Yeah.
But man, sometimes main WWE is just not for me.
Yeah.
It's just not, but I did watch Vengeance Day.
I watched some of Vengeance Day. I think I like Sal Roca.
Not for me.
Oh no, I wasn't talking about a wrestling ability.
Oh, well, okay. I mean that applies to most of the people in NXT. So I watched Vengeance Day. Now I watched this also Saturday. I was so fucking sick. I was in bed all day.
Yes.
And I watched this, and the only match I didn't watch was the men's world title match because I fell asleep.
Okay.
Thank God, because I didn't want Austin Theory, Grayson Waller would have put me to sleep.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
So I didn't watch that.
Did Obafemi retain?
He did. Yes.
Okay. Good.
So
I watched 2 matches. So you can.
I have 2 matches listed here.
You're on the lead here.
We don't have to talk about the match, but Steph Kerr won the women's North American title.
Yeah.
So good for her.
She won it there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
First match I will talk about, though, was for the tag team titles.
Yes, I watched this match.
Fraxium.
Yes.
Versus Josh Briggs and Inamura. Inamura from Pro Wrestling Noah.
Kinda.
It was weird, like them showing the pre-build of the match and seeing clips from Noah.
Yeah.
And Briggs like, when I was in the N1, you took care of me. I was like, ugh.
Oh, I forgot he's in the N1.
Yeah,
Man,
and
bummer.
Tavion Heights.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let's watch this. We got like two big, strong dudes versus two flashy dudes. Fraxium wins. I like those guys.
Yeah.
And we were texting a little bit about it last night. Like, it feels like they're plucked out of like 97 Cruiserweight Division, WCW, or like they could be TNA guys.
Yeah,
like TNA X Division dudes.
Yeah, it's like if Lenny Lane and Blitzkrieg were a tag team.
Give me my Loverboy tape back, Lenny Lane.
Yeah.
Oh, hey there. Hi there. Oh, there. Oh, yeah. From Minnesota. Oh, I love that segment. Yeah, Fraxium I thought looked cool as shit.
Yeah.
Axiom is definitely the cooler one.
Sure.
With the mask.
Yeah, but...
It looks cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Inamura.
I got so many...
Josh Briggs ain't my guy.
No.
He's just kind of a dude who's there.
What happened to the dude? Wasn't he used to be with a different hillbilly guy?
I thought he was with Bull Buchanan's kid.
Yeah.
But I don't know. NXT was lost on me for a long time. But Inamura, Yoshiki Inamura.
Yes.
I know you kind of said like you thought he looked real bad.
Yeah. So
I thought he looked okay.
I was a big fan in his and Noah until they gave him a weird name and gave him bad gear and whatever.
Remember they like shaved half his head?
He's still kind of doing that. I thought he looked out of shape here. And like they talked a lot on commentary about him being a former sumo.
Yeah.
And so like I'm wondering if they're like, hey, get fat again.
Beef up, brother.
Because he's always thick. But like he was, like not even like Hashimoto thick. Like he was like
titties were tittying.
Now they're like everything's like drooping a little bit and like so whatever. And that doesn't really matter. I like fat guy wrestlers a ton. I felt that like the chemistry wasn't there. Like I think the Fraxium moved a little too fast for both of these guys' ability. So there was like occasional little stutters here and there of stuff. I was just like, right. And again, like it's also hard for me to watch, like, because I said that my opinion gets informed on WWE stuff, and I'm maybe not as fair as I should be. But like, if you're is NXT developmental? If they're developmental, then I'm like, I don't give a shit about the stutter steps.
This is perfectly acceptable if it's developmental,
right?
Yeah.
But if it's the third biggest brand in professional wrestling, then I'm like, all right, well then I don't want to see you stutter step, or like there was a part where Inamura had the one guy in a hold and then he looked behind him waiting for the other guy to set up. And I was just like, all right, if it's developmental, I'm fine. I get it. But WWE doesn't like to say it's developmental. And I know they can't say like, listen, these guys are going to suck a little bit. But like, I was just like, just the mixed signals bother me. And I know it's me, but whatever. Then commentary calls a chop a Gunther-esque chop, and I was like, can we pretend that there's more of a wrestling history beyond the last 5 years?
That's my sweet baby boy Walter.
Right.
That ain't Gunther.
Yeah.
Fuck off. You want to talk about bad name changes?
Yeah.
More on that later.
And then they called Inamura the longtime protege of the Great Muta. Mm-hmm. And I was like, they were just in the same company for a little while. That's not his protege in any capacity.
Not even a little bit. Just to throw a name out there. That's
the thing that bothered me the most about their chemistry and their ability working together is Axiom. Like Inamura throws Axiom in the corner in this match, and he does the Tenru spot.
Yeah,
but he hits the first chop, and Axiom sells out of the corner. So then he puts him back. And I was just like, it's just like the communication's just not there. Like it, to a person who didn't know that's the Tenru spot,
sure,
doesn't know what the fuck was going on. But to me, I was like, that was weird. Did they not communicate how to do that right, or the chemistry's not there, or like I don't give a shit if Axiom doesn't know who Tenru is. Yeah. That's fine. Watch your fucking Rumble tapes, pal. But like, whatever.
Tendu.
But I was just like, that's a little odd too. But their finish is cool as shit.
Yeah, man.
So I did like them for the most part. They do like a total elimination, but the one side is like a missile drop kick.
Yeah.
So that's cool as shit. So like I didn't hate this match. I just thought at times it was a little sloppy, particularly for someone like Inamura, who I really liked in Noah. And also to see, again, cage match doesn't fucking matter, but I realized this about cage match is that WWE fans have seemingly taken the cage match and are skewing their matches higher than they should be.
Yeah,
because
I agree with
this is almost at a 9,
which is never.
and that ain't the fucking case here. So
again, I do like Fraction.
But it was
I'm
good.
very
It was
entertained
fine.
by them.
Right.
I think they're very, like I said to you,
Right.
like right now in the wrestling scene, like
Yes.
in the States, they're probably one of the top tag teams.
absolutely, and I've seen little guys work faster than big guys in AEW a ton, and it stinks. So like, it's not just a them problem. A lot of it is like a me. Like I don't know how to watch these shows because I don't watch them a ton.
Yeah,
and I get mixed signals from literally everything they say on every type of fucking media because they all say something else. So, but it was fun. I'd say watch it. It was good until Aces and Eights come out at the end. Do they have a name? Because they look like Aces.
I don't know. I just call them Temu Shield.
So who were they?
I don't know.
We don't know them.
I don't know. Who
They're all
are.
like the new recruits.
No fucking idea who these people
All
are.
right, so it's like Daniel Tarver and
Jesus, Michael Tarver.
Michael Tarver, Daniel Pooter. Sorry. That's
David Otunga.
David Otunga. Ultimate Bag. Talk about bag fumbling.
Skip Sheffield.
Right. Yeehaw.
Daniel Bryan. So the other match will
mentored by The Miz. What a fucking disaster. WWE should have been fired into the sun the minute they came up with that fucking idea.
That was the worst. So the other match we'll talk about.
Yes.
Main event.
I watched this, yes.
Is this the other match you have?
Yes.
Okay.
Julia versus Bayley versus Cora Jade versus Roxanne Perez.
Yes. I thought this was good. Not great.
I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I thought they let Cora Jade like kind of shine in this match, which is fucking weird.
So
it was very weird to me when I'm going, oh wait, she looks really good in here. Was that by design?
Yeah, it's another interesting chemistry question because Bayley was a little off with everybody.
So I have that in my notes with Bayley. I have her and Julia were like, anytime they interacted, it was like super bad.
And it's because they're not getting the reps together. Bayley's down here. She's probably not training with them a ton, all that kind of stuff.
And I wonder, I go, okay, the night before Bayley was in San Francisco for the All-Star Celebrity Game. Then she got to fly across the country, wrestle in D.C. Then she flew back across the country for the All-Star Game on Sunday.
And like, she didn't look bad. She was just like the one that sort of
off.
The
one I expected to hold the glue together the most, which is Bayley.
Yeah. And I'll agree with you. They gave a lot to Cora Jade. Here's what I'll say about Cora Jade, though. And I haven't seen a ton of Cora Jade matches. I haven't seen a lot of this women's division. Cora Jade, nothing going on behind those eyes. Nothing.
Yeah.
Behind her eyes, it's empty. There is an ostrich playing its own neck like a fucking one-string jug bass. Like there ain't nothing happening behind those eyes. It is hollow.
Like a doll's
It doesn't need to be. Yeah, black eyes like a doll's eyes. There don't need to be because she's a very attractive young lady. Just ask Phil. But
I think it's Ed pointed it out. Like, she's completely changed everything about her.
Well, it was also interesting to me that she's like the pretty lady now. Like, she's like the look how hot I am.
Well, she used to be like the goth chick.
Yeah.
Where I used to go, hey now.
Right.
Now I look at her and I go,
it was like, no, we had Sky Blue at home. It was Cora Jade.
Yeah.
But yeah, just nothing behind those eyes, which is fine. Nothing going on behind those eyes. But I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
The one thing that I'll say about the WWE that I'll be as reasonable as I can regarding any of the wrestling I watch. They are so incredibly good and way better than AEW is at their willingness to run with a hot hand or a new hire.
Yeah.
Because Julia's champ and Steph Vicker. And, and they have the luxury because they're super hot right now. So you have the luxury to play around and see what works and what doesn't, right? AEW has a bit of a different philosophy and all that.
Sure. I
think AEW as a whole, I think everybody can agree that most of their title runs have been held on for too long.
Yeah.
Swerve's is the only one that I remember that really ended with more meat on the bone, which is kind of how you want it to be, right? Like, especially when you look at some of the runs now, and you're like, well, once this title's in the dirt, once it's gone off of them, or the person is once they lose the belt. But WWE was like, even with Ethan Page, which was mostly a spite title run, but with Julia and Stephanie Vaquer especially, they were like, no, these girls are new, they're talented, and people are talking about them. We're gonna put fucking belts on them.
Yeah.
And they do that really well.
Very smart.
They showcase these new hires and their talented people.
And I mean, they're better
really,
than
really
a bunch
well.
of failed D1 volleyball players.
Right.
Let's be honest.
And in that regard, while I would have loved to have seen Julia in AEW or Stephanie Vaquer in AEW, they would be working like the same schedule like Jamie Hayter is, where we see him once every 4 weeks.
Sure.
And it's exciting to see him, but like these two women are featured now every fucking week in big spots.
Yeah.
Like, and you can't, AEW's women's roster ain't bigger. Like, you can't be like, oh, well, there's just too many women going on. They have 2 belts for them there. They just lock all that shit in forever. Especially with Mercedes, who I think is doing a good job, but like she's, all the time we're like, well, what can possibly, like, who's left to fucking do anything against her, and what happens when she loses it? But they really do showcase people really, really well on these shows in that regard, like the new people that they can try out. So
do you know where this event took place?
I had no idea.
Washington, D.C.
No, that's not too far. Was it Sports and Entertainment Arena?
Yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Didn't look like it.
It looked massive, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Because I got a picture from a friend of the show and friend of real life, Kevin Ford.
Was he there?
He was there.
Oh.
So he...
I mean, I wouldn't have went, but that's
sent me
cool.
a picture of the section, the 102, 101.
Oh.
Yeah.
Weird.
And he said, is the same without you. And then he sent me pictures of Julia's entrance.
Nice.
And Steph Vaquer in the ring.
Nice.
So.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I was like, dude, that place looked
I'm glad
massive.
you and Kevin have shared so many memories there. I don't get any of these fucking texts.
Yeah, but you're just going to forget about him
That's
anyway,
true. I probably will. That's not true. I sent a hi to him this week in the fucking, in a DM, and he was like, what the fuck do you want? So
I hope that's true.
I'll show it to you right now.
He said, what the fuck do you want? Oh, Kevin Ford, you're the man. That's my guy.
Right here. Top message, 1213.
Hey, pal, hope things are well. What the fuck do you want? Yeah!
See?
Kevin Ford.
Fucking told you.
Let's go.
Uh-huh.
Kevin Ford, a little piss and vinegar.
Right? Just shitting all over me. Shit on me week.
All right, well.
But these two matches were fun.
Yeah. And then at the end, Jordan Grace shows up. She's officially in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
On NXT, I didn't watch it this week.
Yeah.
Because I only watched up to a certain point of NXT, and then I had enough. But I know she was in the main event. It was her, Julia, and Steph Vaquer teaming up against whatever fucking JC Jane's group is.
Oh.
I don't know what their name is.
Toxic Attraction?
No, I don't know.
That
I don't even know what they are now. Femme Fatale or some shit.
All right.
But the reason why I wanted to watch NXT
I'm so excited.
this week.
I'm so excited.
The contract signing.
You know who he is, Brett.
For the hot, but
you know why he's here.
I wish I didn't know why he's here.
The absolute one.
Oh,
I don't know if he called him Stroke Daddy yet in the WWE. He said that.
They didn't call him that in AEW.
That's true.
So the other parts of the show that I had to watch before this happened was fucking Moose showed up. And who gives a fuck about Moose?
Dude, everyone was really excited. And then it's going to be Moose versus Brian Pillman Jr.
Have fun with that, guys.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Enjoy watching that one, Adam.
Yeah. Stay away from the stairs at the Performance Center.
So the absolute one comes out for his contract signing.
Yeah.
With the Rock's shitty daughter.
I found a picture of him signing the contract with her standing over him while he does it.
Yeah.
And she looks as disinterested in him as I am under this fucking
She looks
name.
disinterested in everything.
Yeah, well, she
That's
sucks
just who
out
she
loud.
is.
She's got a resting, disinterested face.
Yeah. So when he first walks backstage, he cuts off Wesley getting interviewed.
Okay.
And then he comes out to the ring, and he's about to sign his contract. And of course, out comes Ethan Page, and I was like, motherfucker. They're doing the one thing I don't want them to do.
Well, they got to prove that they could do it better.
Is automatically have this. First of all, you're pushing Ethan Page over guys like Trick Williams, which is hilarious to me. Yeah, Trick Williams, let's heat him up by having him lose to everybody.
Yep.
Oh, he's going up to the main roster. Yeah, okay. Cool, dude. Let's cool him off, Tim. Oh my God. Tim, I love you, but what are we doing, pal? Yeah. So Ethan Page comes out.
Yeah.
He gets jumped by Javon Evans.
Sure.
So then Ricky's about to sign his contract. Out comes Wesley. And he interrupts him. And he's like,
have they said his name at this point?
No.
Okay. It's just still he.
It's still, yeah,
you know who he is. Absolute.
Yeah. So
NXT just got more absolute.
Yeah. Ugh. So then Wesley challenges Ricky to a match next week.
They're not calling him Ricky.
No, they didn't even call him that. He goes to throw a punch at Ricky. Ricky brawls him, clotheslines him, dumps him over the top. And he goes and he signs the contract, and it zooms in on the contract. And I was like, okay, that's a cool way to do that.
Sure.
If it said Ricky Starks. Ricky Saints.
Dude, I knew, like, we talked about it last week, and, like, everyone was split. Like, they got to get the stuff in order, copyrights in order, this, that, and the other thing. I felt it was weird, but, like, could have went either way still. And then...
I hate it.
Dude,
I just hate it.
So...
I hate it.
I hate it. I think it's really stupid.
It's fucking
I'm not even...
dumb.
We talked about it last week. I'm not a huge Ricky guy.
I fucking love Ricky.
Like he's super talented, but I just not
him,
you know.
But it's so.
I think what I realized about Ricky, like the reason why like I'm not locked in on him, is I don't think I ever really liked pretty boy wrestlers necessarily. Like I was never like, oh yeah, let me watch this pretty guy wrestle. But
he's handsome.
But Ricky Saints stinks out loud.
It's bad. It's just bad.
Ricky Saint would have been better.
But that I would, yeah,
right.
Even that I would have taken.
And then, like when you're like Ricky Saints, and they're like, yeah, like the football team, and I'm like, really?
Yeah, that's bad.
Really? Oh, it ties me to New Orleans. There, you couldn't have come up with anything else.
Yeah,
just the football team that he may or may not even be a fan of.
Ricky Beans,
like Ricky Drew Brees is what I would have went with, but like.
Ricky Marquez Colston.
Yeah, Ricky Bourbon Street.
Ricky Devery Henderson.
Ricky Joe Horn.
Ricky Deuce McAllister.
Yeah, that's right.
Ricky Pierre Thomas. I'll just name a rip-off Saints.
Ricky Arch Manning.
Ricky Jeremy Shockey.
But like, so the thing is though, like, so there's so many problems. One, if he starts to like do something, you know, like Ricky Aints is going to happen, right?
Oh, there's the sign right there. Ricky Aints.
Ricky Aints. Because that's what they used to do to the Saints back when Archie Manning was the coordinator. They were the Aints. It's just so it seems so lazy to me. And he can go on any podcast he wants and him and Ha about it and not give direct answers.
So here's the thing. I listened to the clip.
Yeah.
And what's he supposed to say?
Right. I agree.
What is he supposed to go? If he doesn't like it, go, yeah, this fucking sucks.
I agree.
Like,
I agree.
What are you supposed to do?
So, and again, it just all boils down to like what WWE presents and the way they try to present things to me, right? So, like,
it just, to me, it makes it seem like,
yeah,
nah, you're a WWE owned wrestler.
Right.
Like, look at Sean Spears, name change.
My next point exactly,
Which,
yes.
that's not his real name.
No, but he was Ty Dillinger, and they didn't make him go back to that when he came over from
Page,
AEW.
no name change.
Right. Jordan Grace gets to say Jordan Grace.
Gets to say Jordan Grace.
Right. Julia, Steph Fakur.
Yeah, like they all keep the same monikers.
They all keep their names. Yeah.
Like, if his real name is not Ricky Starks, like, then what are like what?
And like him owning the trademark isn't a problem. Like, because like CM Punk isn't theirs. Like, plenty of people.
AJ Styles, like,
but like, and like even if I like, sometimes they run out that list of like trademark WWE names when they did like Trill London and all that shit. Yeah. Even if I saw Ricky Saints on that list, I'm like, that's a dumb fucking name.
That's a bad name.
And so it makes it even a worse name for someone like Ricky Starks, who does have name recognition. The crowd was chanting his name that first time. I think they're still going to chant that at him.
Yeah.
It's super fucking weird to me.
They're just going to chant Ricky at him.
Yeah.
But it's just,
so and I've been thinking about this because I think it's endlessly silly, but whatever. Right. But here's what I was thinking. So do you, I think this is for two different, just pretty much opposite reasons. Right. Because like he's a bigger star and a better talent than Ethan Page.
Yeah.
Ethan Page got to keep his name, right? So it's either, to me, they gave him this very WWE specific name. Either because they know that they're going to give him a giant push and they wanted to own that name so that he goes through the system really quick, ends up on the main roster, gets pushed, and then it's, you know, it's not the guy that came over, you know, whatever. Or the opposite of that is they gave him this name because they're not going to do anything. Like, they're not going to do that much with him. I just don't get it why, and whoever's decision is, why guys like Ethan Page and Sean Spears are able to keep their names, and this guy who is a bigger talent than both of them doesn't get to. It's very weird to me. I don't because you can't say, well, that was his AEW name. Sean Spears. Yeah. He was Ty Dillinger. They should, if that's the case, they would have brought him back in as Ty Dillinger. Yeah. You know, Ethan Page, they would have, you know, even though he was known as that as TNA, I don't think that's that much of that different of a fucking entity here. It was very weird.
I did giggle because I did hear a clip of Dave LaGreca.
Yeah, of course.
Where he says, like he's at the beginning of the Busted Open show. He's like, oh, we're going to talk about Ricky Saints. Yeah. And he goes, and completely unrelated, we're also going to name our top 5 worst name changes in wrestling history. I was like, oh boy. Well, guess he's not a fan. But yeah, I just don't like it, dude.
It's really super weird. Yeah, it's just bizarre. It doesn't have a flow to it. And also they have Zoe Stark. So maybe that, or is she Zoe Starks or she's Zoe Stark?
Stark.
Lincoln Hawk.
They're so fucking completely like unrelated.
Right.
Like,
but I guess that rolls into my other point is like, if they are planning on getting him to the main roster very quickly, then they're like, well, we don't want to have 2 people with Starks on the main roster, even though they have 3 bronze and whatever. Like that's sassafras, too many atoms on the show.
It's such an old fucking.
It is.
Like, go away.
So like, I can't fathom why they did it. It doesn't roll off the tongue.
Yeah,
it stops. Like it stops you in your tracks, but not in a good way. It's just super fucking bizarre to me. And you know, it doesn't mean they can't pivot. I mean, they've changed guys' names from NXT to the main roster. So
yeah, not a fan.
But yeah, super fucking weird. Fan. And I did see a report that a lot of people are saying like about NXT that WWE is trying to prove to investors that NXT is important enough so that like they're putting all these people through so that they can say, well, look, our roster has 90% of the people on the roster who are our giant stars came through NXT.
I can see them with that line of thinking.
So that they can show to investors and whatever that NXT matters as a separate entity.
Yeah.
Because especially now, when I said before, well, they say it's not the training ground, it's not developmental, it's its own brand. And then they're like, well, why are you keeping this lowest performing brand around? It's like, well, because look at how many people on our main roster are stars now that were in NXT.
I can understand.
And you can fudge those numbers, even if they're there for a week. You're like, well, they were in NXT though.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the thing. I don't know.
I don't understand their line of thinking.
Very weird.
But
you know, even like Jordan Grace, who you know is whatever. You know, even she kind of sort of feels a little too big for NXT because of her exposure.
I agree with that.
In the US, because she was regarded as one of the best things that TNA has.
Yeah.
So like, you know, and she already has WWE on pay-per-view on her resume.
Oh, yeah.
So like, it's not like you're going to move her to the main roster and everybody's like, we don't know who this lady is. But, you know, and also you put her on NXT, you're going to very quickly realize that she's not the fucking wrestler that Stephanie Vaquer is or Julia is or some of the other people. I did
see a clip of her dumping one of the ladies she wrestled on her fucking head this week. I was like, all right.
I don't know how she is compared to Tatum Paxley or, I don't know.
Fallon Henley.
Yeah, Jimmy Fallon Henley. Jimmy Fallon Don Henley.
God damn it.
But yeah.
All right. That's enough.
Ricky Saints. Did he have music yet?
It was like generic rap track 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought for sure we were going to get a Def Rebel version of When the Saints Go Marching In.
Oh, my God. That is so bad.
How, like, they're pushing the New Orleans. How's he not going to have, like, a fucking tuba, like in his fucking entrance music? Yeah. Burr, 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 burr. Oh, my God, it's Ricky Saints. Burr, 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 burr. Burr, 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 burr. That's what's going to happen.
Stop. Why did I have to fucking do that? All right, let's get to AEW.
All right, let's do it.
So
where are we at? Who are we talking about?
Collision Grand Slam.
Yes.
This aired after All-Star Saturday night.
Yeah.
This was a late one.
Yes.
I did stay up and watch it live, though.
Yeah.
So, kicked off, and very smart to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay going up against Kyle Fletcher and Konosuke Takeshita.
Yes.
Yeah, man, this kicked ass.
It's great.
Best match of the week.
Yeah.
I mean,
so I watched this match and I was like, oh, it's almost like you can build an entire wrestling company with these 4 guys and the rest of the people can just fuck off and it doesn't really matter.
yeah,
And that's how it is.
That didn't it?
It's just, it's the, you need the core guys and there's more, I think Moxley was that guy until whatever the fuck they're doing with him now. And there's a couple other guys, but like, if you can't build a successful watched wrestling show around these 4 fucking talents right now, there's a problem.
Yeah, I agree.
They are incredible.
I love them,
so,
man. I thought the match was great.
Very good.
That fucking death finisher of the One-Winged Angel, Hidden Blade. Gee, I need that in like a video game ASAP.
Yeah.
Loved it. Thought it was fucking awesome. So there was like no real like storyline progression on this show.
It works like a pay-per-view.
It was a Grand Slam.
It wasn't.
Hey, here's your
but
matches.
It works like one. Yeah.
And this is what you're getting.
Right. Which is the way that they've always kind of been.
Next up, TBS title match, Mercedes Moné versus Harley Cameron.
Yeah.
Mercedes got, and I don't want to discount Harley Cameron.
Right.
I don't, because she's very talented.
Sure. She rose to the occasion here.
So entertaining.
Yes.
Mercedes was the perfect dance partner for her.
Absolutely. Mercedes was so good here that Marcus on Final Wrestling Place was like, all right.
Yep.
Like you can, like that's bigger than the Grinch's heart growing 3 sizes on Christmas morning. Like that's a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
And Harley rose to the occasion. Was there some stuff?
Of
yeah,
course.
sure.
Yeah.
That's gonna happen. But like the puppet spot was fucking great.
Oh, the Vince puppet spot.
The Vince puppet spot was awesome. Like there was so much stuff in there that was really well done. Mercedes, sweetheart, if you're listening, please, dear Jesus Christ Almighty, get a new fucking finisher.
For the love of God, please.
You can't hit it on anybody. She's gonna hit it on Momo Watanabe. And then she's going to be like, look, I can do it. No,
just
you fucking can't.
Hit the fucking backcracker,
right.
Roll over with that crossface.
It works
That's all you
great.
have to do.
I don't know why you need to change that. It's not like you changed your fucking gimmick. You're just
bad.
You're a CEO now instead of a boss.
Ugh.
You don't need to do this shitty finish, and that's what it is. That finish fucking sucks.
It sucks.
And it's the last thing people remember about matches, and it's going to impact your matches for the entirety while you're doing it. You should have proven to yourself by now that you can't hit that fucking move with any sort of consistency.
There's been like, 3 times she's hit it where it's looked good?
There's a lot of things, I think, when you're a pro wrestler, there's a lot of stuff. If there are going to be features in your matches, you got to make sure you can hit that shit.
Yeah.
Like, at minimum 9 times out of 10. But, like, you should have a handful of moves you hit perfect every time.
That's not
your finish should be the number 1 of those. Yeah. If you can't hit your finish perfectly 11 times out of 10... then you need a new fucking finish.
Yep, looked terrible. I agree.
But Harley rose to the occasion. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, it was a good match.
Both of us talked about her winning, and I get you're not going to happen here. No. Whatever. It's all pipe dream until it. I don't know who the fuck's going to do it, but whatever. Maybe Momo will do it. Who knows?
Depends on what title it's for.
Yes, but I thought this was really good. I thought Harley looked really good, and she's super appreciative of it.
It was fun.
Yeah, so she got a star.
The Brisbane Brawl.
Yeah,
Jay White and Edge, Adam Copeland against Jon Moxley and Claudio.
Yeah,
it was okay.
I liked it just fine, but
I thought it was okay.
It's everything. It is on par with almost everything that has happened in this program up to this point.
Like, listen, the crowd singing Edge's song, awesome.
Yeah, a great moment for him.
Great fucking moment. I thought it was very cool.
It is a great moment. He should have left his fucking boots in the middle of the ring and went to the back. Started a fucking podcast it's like, where he interviews his buddies.
I wish that like the roles were reversed with Switchblade and
that's
Edge.
my note exactly.
Like,
is good.
it just bums me out.
if you have any hope of saving this fucking program, at this point, you kill Cope in this match and switch into the spot.
Which, like, they did kill Cope in this match. He got choked the fuck out.
Right. And I was like, oh shit, they're doing it.
Yeah.
Cope's out.
Yeah.
But no.
Kazuchika Okada versus Buddy Matthews.
Yes.
So this was the only spoiler I saw. Because I saw Buddy twist his ankle. Somebody had video of it from the crowd.
I don't think it really affected the match, though. He looked to be moving pretty good.
He was hampered. You can tell. Yeah. Dude, that ankle touched the mat, bro. As a man with many ankle injuries,
sure.
I know how it goes.
But I don't think he's not like hurt, right? I think he's just a little...
He was on crutches.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
So
right when Hellhounds were getting pushed. But probably
him and Rhea are in Australia now. I saw she posted finally celebrating our honeymoon.
Oh, well, good for them. I hope it's just a 2-week injury.
It's a picture of them like in a mirror and she's all like flexing just him on a crutch.
Oh, okay.
Like,
well,
man, poor guy.
He'll be all right.
Match was okay.
High sprain. Yeah, I liked it, but it was fine.
It was okay.
There seemed to be taking this like incremental approach to Okada becoming serious, and it's like you're only gonna have people on the hook for so long. You should fast track that a little bit more. Yeah. But Buddy does the brutalizer as a little shout out to his lady.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
But we also get this company. There needs to be a big sign backstage that says no more nut shot finishes for at least 3 months.
Lots of nut shot finishes are happening.
3 months. You got to stop that shit for 3 months.
Yeah. Main event.
Yes.
AEW Women's Championship. Toni Storm versus Mariah May. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I love Toni Storm so much.
Me too.
Maybe the most entertaining wrestler on television right now.
It's very possible. Yeah.
You know, her and Mariah have good chemistry. Thought the match was good.
Yeah.
Toni getting the win in front of the hometown crowd was fucking awesome. I love Toni Storm.
Right, me too.
4-time AEW Women's Champion.
Crazy.
Which does sound kind of crazy.
Yeah, I think Sheeta has 3.
Sheeta has 3. Toni has 4.
Sheeta got a new haircut. You see that?
Oh, brother.
Yeah,
sure
she
did.
looks good.
I love Toni Storm.
Me too.
I love Toni Storm.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that she won it here. This ain't the end.
No.
This ain't the end.
I think Revolution is the end for these two.
Revolution's gonna be end. I think you're gonna have like a stip.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's how you do it. And then I hope it's ridiculous. I was like Ben Mankiewicz in a shark cage match or something.
That would rule.
And then I don't think Toni has this belt for very long after that.
I don't know.
I'm fine if she does because it basically becomes Toni being hilarious and then just having really good matches.
Yeah.
But her and Mariah is the story. It'll be hard for anybody else to sort of.
They're so connected. It's hard to
fit
move
in
on
there
from each other. I agree.
So maybe you end that. Toni has a couple more matches and loses it out. I don't know. But I mean, if Toni Storm has the belt, I'm not going to complain because she's fucking great.
Yeah.
She's a great wrestler. The gimmicks are good. Her promos are fucking awesome. So
yeah, I thought the whole show though it wasn't like a ton of fun to watch. Great crowd. Crowd was electric the whole fucking time. So we're continuing on that hot streak of AEW shows.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dynamite. Last night they were in Phoenix, Arizona. I loved the venue that they were at. Whenever they shot to the crowd, it looked so massive.
Yeah.
Like concert seating kind of. I thought it looked fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And again, crowd red hot all night.
Really quick before we get into Dynamite, let's talk about the controversy of the ringside in Australia. Brett, do you give a shit about the size of the ring in Australia?
Sure don't.
Me either. All right, Dynamite.
There we are. Like we talked about in the Discord, it was just like, oh, smaller ring. Oh, little bouncy. Yeah, okay.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, you mean AEW didn't ship all of their fucking equipment all the way around the fucking world?
I think I even saw Ziggler.
Yeah.
Was like on Twitter, and he's like, I thought this was like common practice for companies to do this. I don't get what the big deal is.
Because there's no fucking big deal.
Everybody shows like the old clips of like old WWF in different rings. Like,
people are fucking stupid. I don't understand.
Because it's just.
It's anything to complain about. And believe you me, there are plenty of fucking things in wrestling to complain about.
Yeah.
That ain't one of them.
Nope, sure isn't.
Not one of them at all.
So Dynamite.
Watch American Pro. You want to complain about a fucking tiny ring?
I like that. Ed's like, Tony Khan, I know you really want to try to get me to be a viewer of the show.
Yeah.
The ring helps, but it ain't happening.
Right.
Dynamite.
Yes.
We start off, MJF comes out. Hangman Page comes out as well. They had, and I'm curious to see what you think about this.
Okay.
I loved this.
Okay.
I thought this was awesome. Did it go a couple minutes long?
Okay.
Sure. But I love because Max wasn't being a fucking goof again. Max is calling out like history of like, you want to be accepted by these people. And then I love Hangman going back going, no, they have accepted me. I've never lied to them.
Yeah.
He goes, you're the one that they've never accepted you. It's so funny. Like that's Max's trigger. Was that's all he's ever wanted was to be accepted by the people, and they never will.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to set him off. But I thought they both showed great intensity in this.
Okay.
I thought they were serious. Like Christopher Daniels being a focal point of it, I'm kind of like, I could take that or leave that. But like I don't know, the progression and the characters of these two. And again, I thought Max fucking killed it. I thought he was so good again, which is 2 weeks in a row of good Max for me. And Hangman's the fucking man. Like he's great. Obviously the crowd wants to cheer him now. You know, I know he came out of the heel tunnel, but it's like the crowd wants to cheer the guy.
Yeah.
And you got to do it. And MJF is the perfect guy to have it happen against. That's what I feel.
Yeah.
You seem like you're not impressed.
I don't know. I liked the hell out of it. I was just trying to fuck with you. I thought it was awesome.
You're trying to work, brother.
I am trying to work you, brother. Can't work a worker. Ha!
God.
No, I liked it a ton. It went too long.
A couple minutes you could have shaved.
It's the first 20 minutes of the show. That's a bit much.
It's a lot.
It's a lot for a promo. But I agree with you on everything you said, honestly. Max, 2 weeks in a row doing really good stuff. Hanger is impeccable. I don't have to say anything about him. That dude fucking rules.
Yeah.
I like CD as the motivation behind the Hanger turn, but get him off my fucking television. It does not work.
He's going to get bloodied by Max.
That's fine.
It's going to happen.
But then never on TV again, please.
Yeah.
Like, I love Christopher Daniels. He's the
Walking
Glory
out there
Hound.
looking like he's dressed like he's the Joker.
Right.
What the fuck was that?
Shouldn't be on my fucking TV. He's just not convincing in that role anymore.
Yeah.
I like it as the motivation. I don't like him out here talking. But yeah, everything in this promo was good to great, I felt. Honestly.
Yeah.
You know, it makes sense. Keep waiting for Jeff Jarrett to show up.
Yeah.
But
Never mind.
yep. That's fine. He can.
Yeah.
You know, we're in a battle of back and forths here.
There's no
I know there's not.
There's no battle.
But yeah, I thought this was really good. It's a little shocking that like it took them like this long to come around to these two like this, and like
They've never had a program together.
and
you know?
like they're killing it. They
really are.
They seem to be the perfect foils for one another, and like I think maybe Tim and Marcus said this on Final Wrestling Place, but like Hangman is kind of the main character of AEW.
Yeah,
like, you know, he's in the first title match and loses it to somebody.
I get why you did.
I know. Well, because there's no AEW without Chris Jericho. He said that this week.
That's true.
But yeah, no, this was really cool. Max is doing good.
He's killing it.
He like, I'm watching this and I'm like, oh, all right, here he goes. He's losing it.
Where's it coming?
Yeah.
I thought like when he started doing like the Hangman, we don't get that, you know. I'm like,
I was like, all right, we're about to be off the rails, and he doesn't. They course correct, or Hangman cuts in and cuts him off, and whatever. So this is really cool. And the one thing I can say that is not in doubt at all is that match is gonna fucking rule.
It's gonna be so fucking good, dude.
Max always fucking delivers when he's in that ring, especially on the high profile matches.
Yep.
And Hanger is as solid as a professional wrestler as you could fucking ask for right now.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. Damn, I loved it.
Yeah.
So that leads to the first question that I have here.
Okay.
This is from Mr. Marquez.
Oh, okay, I don't have a song for him.
Sing it.
I don't have a song for him.
Sing it. Sing a song for him.
I don't know. Marcus, writing questions into a show. Hopefully they're better than Tim's.
Wow. All right. So
go Eagles. There you go.
All right. So Marcus has a question.
Yeah.
With AEW having a full 5 years of TV and events in their history, who has your favorite character arc in AEW Who has your favorite character arc in AEW history? Could be anyone past, Phil, or present. love you, love the show, you know the deal.
Okay.
And I ask this now because it might be Hangman.
Hanger or Tony?
Yeah. I mean, Hangman's character arc has been like, it's been so good. There's times where you just want to cheer the guy with all your heart. Mm-hmm. And then there's times where you're booing the shit out of him. And, you know, the whole Swerve feud, it's like, no, he's right in what he is saying. Like, Swerve crossed the line, yet we're cheering for Swerve when we should be like, no, this guy's a scumbag. Like, he's, you know, and I just, you know, the stuff with the Elite, him being a drunk, the stuff with like even Dark Order, you know, everything, pretty much everything they've had him do. He's been feuding with Moxley because he got legit knocked out. Yeah. And then that one promo where he's like, I'm not okay. I can't sleep at night. Like, I take pills because I'm not okay. Yeah. He's like, but I keep showing up because I'm a man and that's what I do. Like,
well, and that's what he says to Max. Name one thing, you know, I'm real. Name one thing you're better than me at.
Dude, I love that line. So and like, good.
So it's kind of got to be Hanger. Like, it seems like an easy answer or whatever, but like, he's been there from day one. We've seen, you know, like and we say this all the time, like when he came in, he was the fall guy for the Elite.
Yeah.
You know,
he was like lesser than, kind of came off as a goof sometimes, you know, but then it's, you watch the guy and you go, oh no, wait a minute, this guy's fucking awesome.
Yeah, he's like, even if he's not the main focus of something, in a way, and I mean this as sort of like the narrative of like, he's always in these important moments, whether he's featured or not. He's kind of like the Forrest Gump of AEW.
I get what you mean.
Like every important thing that has kind of happened, Hangman's at least in the background of it somewhere. Like he's always kind of there.
Yeah.
And he's that fucking good at everything. You know, Tony Storm, somebody who's like reinvented herself, and this like, character is amazing.
Incredible.
But like, Hanger has been consistent. Has Hanger ever even been out with like a major injury? Like, has he been AEW injury bugged?
Maybe just when Mox knocked him out that time.
You know, so like, it's Hanger. There's a lot of other guys. Like, I think Swerve has done an incredible job of proving the world wrong.
Yep.
I think Ricochet right now is like, I see people like being like, oh, wait, is Ricochet good? I'm like, Ricochet was always kind of good, but like, he's turning this up.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but I also saw some WWE people this week, which we'll talk about in a second, where like, a feud over a jacket? This is dumb. And everybody's like,
you had a feud over a bracelet.
Just feud over a bracelet, you fucking idiot. But yeah, it's got to be Hanger to me, man. Just the longevity and just the you know, sort of the way he came through the years, and you know, because like he was the underdog when he faced Jericho in the title match and whatever. He was kind of positioned as this is the ace. This is the guy.
I agree.
So
yeah, I'll go with Hanger for sure. All right, next up.
And Serpentico.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
The Ops.
Yeah.
Versus the Patriarchy.
Taz calls them the Hops on commentary, and now I'm confused.
God bless Taz. I love
now I think they're about beer.
They're the Ops.
Yep.
As our friend Mike pointed out, let's take Samoa Joe's theme song, which ruled, Shibata's theme song, which ruled, and Hook's theme song, which is licensed from Action Bronson, an actual artist, and let's go with generic rap track number 48.
Yep.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Like,
I don't get it.
Just keep Samoa Joe's song. Come on, guys.
Yep, I agree.
Match was fun though.
Yeah, for sure.
I like watching Joe and Shibata beat people up. It's hilarious.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
And Christian just bumping his ass off left and right over the top rope.
Do you think when Lexus King looks in the mirror, he sees Kip Sabian? He thinks that's what he looks like?
I don't know which one's worse.
Because, like, Sabian's a bad wrestler, but, like, Sabian's a handsome guy.
Yeah.
And so, like, I think he's like, look how good I look. Yeah, well, Penelope. I mean, there you go. So is Joey Janela, so.
Penelope.
But,
that's true.
Yeah.
Powerhouse Hobbs versus Big Bill in a street fight. What am I skipping?
So you're skipping a little backstage stuff really quick, because I just want to bitch about it. This is where Jericho gets interviewed, and they're doing a thing that I fucking hate again. And and I'm going to say this, I think this is another good Dynamite. I think there's some more cracks in this Dynamite than there have been the previous 2 weeks.
I liked it a lot.
But I liked it a lot. But Jericho comes on this TV and says there's no AEW without Jericho and whatever. I'm not going to argue that point one way or the other.
No.
but they're mixing Ring of Honor back into AEW TV again.
They sure are.
And it sucks.
Yep.
Don't do that. Did it help the last 5 times you fucking did it to Ring of Honor?
Sure didn't.
Sure didn't. Not helping here. And I was just like, fucking stop with this shit already.
Because what's going to be him, Bandito on Collision?
Yeah. Right. Like,
Cool.
the only way I'm going to celebrate that is if Bandito beats him and Bandito goes to Ring of Honor. And I like Bandito, so I'd rather see him on every piece of TV over Chris Jericho. Well, I'm like, stop talking about Ring of Honor on AEW. It's not going to work.
If I were you, I wouldn't be running to Party City anytime soon. That's all I'll say.
Okay. Well, I already got my party hats. So.
So the big Bandito party.
Yep.
It's gonna.
Yep.
I don't think it's.
I got everybody with little bandit masks. I got cap guns. We're gonna
concuss ourselves when we show up to the house.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna draw straws, and the person with the shortest straw, I snap their wrist in 13 places.
Shortest straw. Sorry. So yeah, all right. Powerhouse Hobbs, Big Bill.
Yeah.
We're in a street fight.
Yeah.
We're dressed like we're for a fucking street fight.
Mm-hmm.
This is fucking awesome.
Yeah, this is just two big men.
Great.
This is a continuation of everything that's happened.
Yeah.
I love them. This is what I want.
They're just punching and kicking the shit out of each other. That's it.
I said, give Big Bill an opportunity. We want to see what he can do singles. And him and Hobbs are just punching each other in the face a whole bunch.
There's no wrestling moves here.
No.
It's a fight, and it felt like a fight.
Not even the throw off the stage into the barbed wire was a wrestling move.
No.
It was just a bludgeoning.
Yeah.
I liked it.
They both get colored. It was fucking awesome.
Yes.
If you complain about this, you're an actual bitch. This is fucking awesome, dude.
Yes.
This is what I want to see.
Yeah.
Two big gargantuan dudes just clubbering each other, hitting each other with weapons, bleeding everywhere, going through tables and barbed wire. I don't think there was a goddamn one wrestling move in this match.
I want you to guess at what point I was like, all right, this is the match for me during this match.
When Hobbs bled?
No.
When he got kicked in the head?
When the opening thing is Hobbs is standing at the ropes like, come on, get in this ring, and Big Bill just runs and boots him in the face over the ropes. I was
fucking
like,
great.
I'm here for this. This is what I wanted.
This is exactly what this should be. It's a fucking fight.
Yes, 100%.
I don't need to see a goddamn side suplex here. No. Punch, kick, weapons, blood.
It's all in the mind.
Let's fucking go.
Yes, I agree. I loved it.
Rapper.
If you want to test me, I'm sure you'll find. Timeless Tony Storm. Yeah.
The whore you all adore. The slut you can't rebut.
Mm-hmm.
The tramp who is the champ.
Yes.
She is so fucking awesome. The promo is just her in a ring with a spotlight on her, talking about her beating Mariah May.
Right.
And, Mariah May, yes, I beat you with a small package, but it's the biggest package you've ever seen.
That's right.
And you should have worn protection.
Yep.
She is fucking incredible, dude.
God is a woman, and she's timeless. Her name is timeless.
Love Tony fucking Storm.
Absolutely, dude.
She challenges anybody.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The crowd was so into it too. It's so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get the little.
When's Revolution?
March 8th.
Okay, so 2 weeks-ish. 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna get.
I imagine she gets somebody, and then it's going to be Mariah at Revolution, right? It's got to be.
I can tell you off air if you want to know.
Oh, because Collision was taped? No. Yeah. Nah, I don't want to know.
Okay, I won't tell you then.
Yeah.
All right. We get the little video that Gabe Kidd, he's on Collision. Mm-hmm. Let's fucking go. Joe, I'm bringing the popcorn over, baby. Let's have some fun, brother.
That's right. Let's go.
I'm so excited.
I hear he's wrestling Jeff Jarrett.
I heard he's a madman.
Oh, bro, whatever he says.
Ain't nothing going on in Japan for him.
Nothing at all, brother.
I don't want to see him beat up a bunch of little luchadors.
Tenzon's in America.
I kind of do want to see him beat up a bunch of
Tenzon's in America for a reason. There ain't nothing going on over there.
No, for real, dude.
So,
poor Willow.
Not poor Willow.
No, poor Willow.
Not poor Willow, because she's going to get the first match against the Death Riders, Marina Shafir. That then becomes poor Willow because she has to wrestle Marina Shafir.
Poor Willow, because Willow's like, trying to say something last week.
Yeah.
And she looks at Renee and she goes, and your husband.
Oh, that's true.
I was like, oh, that was very funny.
Yeah.
Poor Willow. She gets jumped here again by Marina. Then the Death Riders come out to the ring.
Yeah. I like this bit because they were unannounced for the show and they came out with no music.
I was going to say, I liked it more than the things that they've been doing.
Yep.
I liked when Moxie's like, you people forget I'm the world champ.
Right.
This is my arena. Right. You're in my seats. Like,
and when you come out with music, that means even subconsciously somebody had to press a button to introduce you. And if you're the Rebels and you're doing a hostile takeover and whatever, come out to no music.
Yeah.
You don't need no goddamn theme music.
So when he's like talking about Edge and then Switchblade's music hit, I went, oh, they're going to do it.
Me
Switch
too.
is going to challenge him.
They got me. I was all
like,
in.
Here we fucking go.
And he's like, Edge isn't here. I'm like, Edge is still on his ass in Australia. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, here comes Switch.
Yes,
He's going to say, I'm fucking here. Now you got to deal with me at Revolution. Oh, I would have lost my mind.
Yep.
That doesn't happen.
Nope.
Pac creeps out from the back in his black panties.
His little panties. Yeah.
His
everyday wear.
He slides in the ring from the other side with his fucking whack-ass weapon that he has. I hate that weapon.
Spike, it's stupid.
So dumb.
Yeah. He can never actually hit anybody with it.
When he goes and swings it to hit Mox, the spikes on it bounce off the turnbuckle. I go, no, they're supposed to impale into the turnbuckle.
Right.
You fucks.
Yeah. It's like...
I'll tell you what, like him chasing Mox throughout the crowd, he cuts the promo where he's just like, Mox, you're probably already home by now or whatever hotel or bridge you're under, you scumbag.
Yeah.
More people need to say scumbag.
Yeah.
Not just MJF, but like...
People say scumbum.
Yeah, you scumbum. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Like, I know it hasn't been good. I have not liked this program at all. The crowd was so fucking into it. Like, so it's one of those where I go, well, what the fuck? What am I saying?
Right.
The crowd was super into this. I just don't give a shit. I think
this was the freshest it felt.
This main event Revolution. Don't fucking need it. Especially if it's just going to be like, I don't know, lock up, headlock, wrist lock. Like, no, this is past that point now.
Yes, for sure.
Oh, it makes me sad.
Yeah, it's very, very bizarre. I will say for the the Willow segment, Michelle walked in the room and saw Willow and was like, yeah, she's just so cute.
She is. She's
and then Renee was in that green number. And you only saw like waist up, and Michelle's like, "What you got going on there? Are they pants, like pleated pants?" And the camera pulled out, and she's like, "Miss Renee, always." I'm like, "Always,
Miss Renee,
always on top, always on
don't
point."
Don't even gotta say it.
Yeah. So
they show a little video package of Momo Watanabe.
Did you getting a rematch of that?
It was going to be challenging Mercedes at Revolution.
That match the first match ripped.
DC was great. If it's just like that, it's going to be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Shout out Momo Watanabe. Shout out
the Black Peach.
I'm so excited for it. Please be good.
I don't see how.
Please, crowd, give them the fucking respect that they deserve as well.
Yeah.
I need it.
And this is for the TBS?
I don't know if it's for the TBS or if it's for the Strong title.
If it's for the Strong title,
it's for Strong.
Momo should win it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just don't feel like it's going to.
Yeah. Even if the way she wins it is somebody costs Mercedes or something.
Yeah.
Like, Momo should win that title.
I agree, because Momo's fucking
But, like, you don't have a next program for Mercedes right now. The Harley one's over.
Yeah, it's done.
You know, they can circle back, but Harley's over.
Harley, if it's for the Strong title, have Harley cost the match.
You can do that, but it's a great way to set up whoever you want the next person to be.
Sure. Because
there's nobody right now. It's not going to be a long program with Momo. So if it's for the Strong title, have somebody help Momo, and then that person becomes Mercedes' the next program. I don't know who it would be because she's been through that whole roster. Yeah, and I hope it's not like Penelope. Can't be Stat.
Penelope's already wrapped up in what we're going to talk about next.
Sure as fuck can't be Thunder Rosa. Anyway.
Oh my god. So
when the hell did that happen?
Next.
Oh, good.
Megan Bain versus Chris Statler.
Yeah.
So the match itself was sick.
Yeah, it was good.
I thought it was good.
Right.
Just like two Haas women knocking the shit out of each other. Thought it was very good.
Yes.
Everything looked crisp. Megan Bain's got to clean up the F5 though. It needs to look better.
Yeah.
She can't throw people up high enough like Brock did.
Yeah.
But so it happens. Penelope pushes Statlander off the top rope.
Yeah.
Bain picks her up F5.
Mm-hmm.
They're beating her up afterwards, and Thunder Rosa comes running out, and I go, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
And she's got a chair. I go, "All right, cool."
Mm-hmm. Thunder is usually better with weapons in her hands.
And then, like, one of the most awkward exchanges I've ever seen happens.
She never actually swings the chair. She, like, tries to.
And she, like, gets in, like, a weird tug of war with it with Penelope, and, like, it's just fucking awkward.
She, like,
and
stops it and swings it and, like, pulls it back. And it's like, she doesn't remember where she was supposed to hit, or somebody's supposed to signal her to hit, and she didn't want to just clobber somebody.
No, you get in that ring and you swing the chair, you goof.
Right. It's up
You
to
look
the person
terrible.
taking it to figure out
like-
where and how hard they're going to get it.
get the fuck out of the ring and roll
Right.
out of the ring so you don't get
Yeah.
the heat. Like,
Yeah,
it's
super
just
weird.
it was very awkward.
It was weird.
And I was like, oh, don't just get off my TV,
Right.
please.
Rose is only good in Tijuana death matches,
That's
street
it.
fights. But
gonna-
even then,
it's gonna be like
that's going
her
to get
versus-
tired.
Like Megan Bain in one of those. I don't want to see that. Megan Bain will fucking kill her.
Megan Bain should kill her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird.
I like Megan Bain.
I like Megan Bain too.
Yeah.
I got lots of questions.
Lots of questions.
Yep.
So Ricochet's in the ring next.
We get the Caster Open Challenge, which everybody thought was going to be Gabe Kidd, and maybe it will be. But who knows what happens there? Mm-hmm. But you probably know because you saw all the spoilers for Collision already?
I saw them all.
You son of a bitch!
I got it fucking spoiled on me.
Unbelievable.
I'll say this: this promo, the match happened before Dynamite even happened.
For the Caster thing? Really?
Yep, it was one of the matches that got filmed before Dynamite. Yeah. Yep.
What?
That's what I read.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ricochet promo.
Yeah, dude. Again, killing it.
Nana kills it.
Yeah, Nana,
Ricochet does great.
Nana kills it too.
Nana
but,
fucking kills it here.
Ricochet's wearing the Jimmy Rave Embassy robe. Embassy!
Mm-hmm.
Wearing the robe. Looks awesome. Nana comes out. He ain't dancing. He's pissed off.
Yep.
He's dead serious to Ricochet. Talks about the robe and what it means for people that are here and people that have gone and passed on at this point.
Yes.
And he's like, I don't know where this is going with Swerve. He goes, I'm sure it's going to get more violent, but
Yeah.
like, please don't disrespect this. Please just give it back.
Yeah.
And Ricochet just simply leans in and goes, take it.
Take it. I thought we were going to get a Nana wrestling match.
I don't think that's
I don't think Nana can anymore. Right.
No.
But I was like, is this going to happen?
Yeah.
Nana used to wrestle.
Oh, yeah, he sure
I
did.
used to see Nana wrestle.
First Ring of Honor show.
So,
But I love, again, like, adding that another layer to this to making it more personal with Ricochet and Swerve. Because now it's like, Swerve's going to be like, I'm not just fighting for me, now I'm fighting for Nana.
Right.
You know?
well, and Swerve and Nana had that thing where Swerve was like, you're being a little too silly all the time. Like, this is serious business or whatever. So now we get Nana a little more serious and
Unless we get the Nana knife in the back.
also very possible.
Thought about that last night. I went,
He works better as a heel manager.
oh, he's fun as the way he is.
He
now,
is.
You know?
Yeah, for
but like,
sure. But the embassy wasn't a face faction.
sure
So,
as fuck wasn't.
yeah.
But thought about that last
Nor
night.
was the mogul embassy. What the fuck was
Oh, yeah.
that? Was
yeah, dude. Mobile Embassy.
Trench.
Trench.
Yeah.
Swerve, Trench, and Parker Bordeaux.
Yeah.
and Rick Ross.
Oh,
Who
jeez.
can ever forget Rick Ross saying on live TV to Keith Lee, "You a big motherfucker."
That's right.
I love that shit. Main event.
So, OC Roddy,
Dude.
earlier on the show,
I could scream about something.
we got the backstage thing with them, and they're like, well, what's the conglomeration? Just don't fucking mention it.
Yeah,
you walked away from it.
Just let it go.
Everyone's fine with it. We know that everything that that for whatever reason, creatively, Tony Khan only ever wants to do one thing with Adam Cole and these guys, and it is trying to recreate the Undisputed Era. So they did that, the thing backstage, and it's just fucking awkward and stupid. Where Kyle's like, we're buddies, we hang out, we do this, we do that. But when it's come to business, it's us, whatever. And I'm like, this is so stupid. Just let it go. The conglomeration isn't a thing. Ishii's not on TV. Nobody's been helping Willow every time she gets fucking jumped. Like, Briscoe hasn't really been involved. Like,
Rocky Romero.
right. Like, it's done. It's fine. You walked away from it. Nobody is sincerely like, I think we need to take time to explain the conglomeration breakup. I wish they didn't just walk away from it because I liked them as a group. But nobody's like, well, God damn it, if they just explained what happened in the conglomeration.
Yeah.
So just let it go. But
Yeah.
we get OC Roddy, which I think they did a terrible job explaining beforehand. They did it here. But last week it made it seem like the winner of this was facing Kenny Omega. And then the winner of that faces Takeshita.
Which, DJ, if you're a logical human being,
Yes.
that's the logical stepping stones.
Sure. Next logical step, I've been told.
Where you go, oh, you're going to face Kenny Omega in a number one contenders match.
Right.
The winner of that faces Konosuke Takeshita at the pay-per-view for the title.
Instead, you just get a TV match against Takeshita that you're not going to win.
You're going to lose.
Yeah, and to be fair, you weren't beating Kenny either if they did it the other way.
Still, though, like, it's...
But, like, you put OC... And listen, at the end of the day, I'm not going to complain about Orange Cassidy versus Takeshita.
Never.
Nor would I complain about Orange Cassidy versus Kenny Omega.
Never.
Whatever we're going to get, that's
just
happy. But, like... wholly unnecessary.
Yeah, very
I don't
backwards.
know, unless they come out of this with something for OC to do. Maybe he joins the crew against the Death Riders after, because like
it just seems like you're taking a back step though with that.
Right, because like you think the Edge stuff's gonna be over at the Pape. You would hope. And then you finally get Ospreay and Omega to confront them, and then OC is their third, and then you build around that maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird that they were just like, hey, OC's back because he's like he's top 5 in your roster, one of the most over dudes. But it is what it is. We're going to get good matches out of it, so I'm not going to complain completely. And Jane's back.
Yeah, and that leads to a question here from Mr. Dwicky.
No music.
David Kincaid. Listen,
yes.
That man's full of music.
Right, I just haven't really used music for him.
So, he has a question.
Yes.
Says, is Orange Cassidy coming back from a 6-week hiatus only to have his chest turned into hamburger meat by Roderick Strong's chops, the equivalent of me taking a week off from work and coming back to 300-plus emails? I would rather the emails because Roddy hits like a truck still.
Yes.
Like he beats you up. Mm-hmm. And I do enjoy me some Roderick Strong.
And the match is good.
Yeah, match is good. OC wins. It's just like the logic to it, though.
It is
so
such
backwards.
A typical AEW thing that it did feel like we were getting away from a little bit. And again, it ends up in good matches. So like, as a wrestling product, I'm like, okay, well, I get to see this cool stuff. But I hope that something comes out of it with Orange Cassidy, and I hope it's not being tied up with that.
I don't know.
I hope that because, like, listen, we just talked about it, right? There ain't nothing going on in New Japan for a month. No. So Ishii's free and clear. Get Briscoe back.
I think Ishii's recovering from that ankle injury.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Because, like, are they going to do conglomeration against United or Undisputed Kingdom, and then a will they won't they with Cool Kyle? I hope not. I really hope not. Yeah. I think OC needs to be back in a feature role. I'm glad that Cole is like hitting the weights and stuff again. I think he's looking good.
I agree.
But I just like the Undisputed Era stuff I think it ran its course in NXT. And now it's running its course a second time.
Though they had that trios match last week, and they look good.
The matches are always good. I'm just like, okay, it's just always going to be these guys together.
Did you like the bit of Orange Cassidy and Kyle O'Reilly hugging during the match? Mm-hmm. And Kyle O'Reilly looking at him like, "Oh, you scamp!"
Yeah,
that made me giggle.
I'm glad to have OC back. I'm glad that Jane's back. Even I was watching the living room. Michelle was in bed, and she was like, "I thought he came out to the Pixies now." And I was like, nope, Jane's back, baby.
Yeah, baby.
So,
and then, so OC wins.
Yeah.
And then Takeshita and Mark Davis come out to the ring with Callis, and they start beating him up. And then Kenny Omega runs out and makes the save. Mm-hmm. Now, it's like, were they trying to save it for like an Omega OC program eventually? Which makes zero fucking sense right now where everybody's positioned.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know why
it's super awkward. Yeah.
Is it like, we don't want to have an extra Omega match on TV, which makes no fucking sense?
It's, and like the international belt is always, like, it's OC's belt, right? It's always going to be linked to him.
Well, and like they're saying, like, if you win this belt, you are the greatest international champion of all time.
Right. So, like, is it, like, are they doing this just because it's like, well, OC always has to sort of circle back around whenever this belt's involved? I don't know. Yeah. And I was like, well, is OC going to join? Because, like, Ospreay and Kenny, while they are doing a good job, they are outnumbered by the Cows family. And that's what I was thinking. Maybe he gets pulled into their ranks, and then that elevates up to Death Riders with one or two other people.
It does feel like this is going to be the end, though, of the Cows family and the Kenny Ospreay stuff at the Pape.
It does.
There's a cage match.
Yeah, right.
Fletcher.
Blood feuds are blown off in cage matches.
You
That's how
assume
that
it's
works.
going to be Omega Takeshita.
Right. Yeah.
Which I feel like they're going to put that belt on Omega, which is fucking not.
I don't think they will.
It's not the right move.
Yeah.
But do you want them losing already?
Yeah, Kenny doesn't bother.
Unless it's a fuck finish.
I don't think it affects Kenny in any way to lose to Take.
Yeah, if
honestly.
anything, it would help him. It would be something lost to Take on pay-per-view, I believe.
Yeah. Kenny doesn't mind losing, though.
No, it was just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if... And again, this Death Rider stuff, because that's coming to win. The Edge part of that's coming to win, too. So there's got to be somebody there. And Omega, Ospreay, and OC, the killer O's...
the ooze.
O-Force.
Oh boy.
Is a good lineup that's pure AEW, essentially, that could go up against the Death Riders, but that's the end of Death Riders. That's the end of their program then. At the end of that program, Omega or somebody has to be world champion.
Unless fucking Darby comes back.
Right.
And is like, all right, hey Will, you made me a promise that once you do done with the Catalyst stuff.
Right.
Now we're on to the Death Riders.
And again, that's an AEW mega team. Yeah. Omega, Ospreay, Darby, and OC.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
It's pure like AEW white meat babyface.
Yep, taking out these fucks.
But that's the end of the Death Riders. The Death Riders, like, they can go back and forth for a little bit.
It'd have to be it. And either Darby or Omega beats Mox for the title, and then that's it.
Right.
It's done.
Yeah.
It has to be. It has to be done.
So,
well, that was the end of
it'll be interesting.
Dynamite. So
we
do have a couple of questions.
Yeah, and I got a little bit about Ring of Honor too.
Oh, okay. We'll
do that really quick. So before that, they did the Global Wars.
I ain't watched this shit.
That's fine. I watched a couple things. I watched Sons of Texas versus MXM collection, and there's not much to talk about, except for the fact that Riccaboni brought up Rex and Effects on commentary.
Shout out Riccaboni on commentary last night.
Absolutely. Killing
rules.
it. The main event was Athena versus Alex Windsor. Athena rules, but there's not much to talk about. The one thing to talk about is the 6-man tag that opened the show. Bandito and Los Outrunners.
I did see clips.
Hilarious in the masks.
Yeah.
Versus the Learning Tree, Big Bill, Brian Keith, Chris Jericho. This is building to the Jericho Bandito stuff, which they're going to do on Collision. Whatever. So, Big Bill, when the entrance happens with Los Outrunners, Big Bill gets out of the ring and goes into the camera and goes, "Who are those guys? We were supposed to have a match with the Outrunners," which I enjoy that kind of silly bullshit.
God bless you, Big Bill.
But the thing in this, and Bandito pins Jericho in this match. That's the finish.
Jericho's got to get his win back.
But Turbo, the balder, taller one.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the clip of this. Does the rope walk. All 4 sides of the ring.
Good for him.
Really cool. At one point, Jericho rips his mask off, and Bandito calls for a disqualification because you can't rip the mask off a luchador. And then he just takes it back and puts it back on. It's hilarious. But Bandito had matching gear for the Outrunners. Really funny stuff. Yeah. The thing that I liked the most, that I was worried they weren't going to do, and I'm glad they did, and it's such a little thing to me, but I think it makes a ton of sense. Turbo's doing the rope walk, and he goes around the 3 corners, and he stops, and he's about to do the last little bit, but he has to make it past the opposing tag team's side. And Jericho is standing there, and Brian Keith is standing there because it's Big Bill doing the move with Turbo. And Turbo stops, he's looking at him, and I'm like, fuck, there he's just going to walk past him, and nobody's going to do anything. Maybe he runs up and kicks Jericho in the head or something. But then the other team runs around and pulls Jericho and Keith off the apron so that Turbo can do the full ring. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that's so smart. Thank you for not just being like, who cares? It's cool. He'll just do it and nobody will care.
Sure.
So I just appreciated the smartness of that. Otherwise, the match was only fine. But that's it. It was fun. That was probably the best thing on the show. Not match-wise, but just entertainment-wise, it was fun.
Yeah.
So,
Ring of Honor.
But yeah, that wasn't a very good show.
Nope.
And it was like an hour and a half long that they put in front of the show, in front of the Collision taping in Australia. So, yeah. Which is still shorter than their pay-per-views, really. But,
sure is.
But anyway.
All right. Well,
no international section.
No, there's none.
So all we got is questions left, right?
Yeah, so first question is from Mr. Tim O'Tay.
I got music for him.
Go fuck yourself.
Wrong one, sorry.
Oh, jeez.
And now the Tim Taylor question of the week.
It's the wrong button. They all look the same.
Oh my god.
What's Tim got?
Motherfucker. Great to hear from you guys again on another week of pro wrestling. God damn it. I don't control this shit. I was driving home from getting some lab work done. Okay. I was thinking about how fantastic AEW was this week, and it got me thinking about those who are under contract but not being used. It's been a little more than 11 months since Wardlow's been around. Where do you think Mr. Mayhem fits in? I forgot they called him that. With the current surroundings of AEW. A Max reunion? A possible Death Rider, Cal's family? Or is it time for Fire and Ice 2.0? Love you boys. Hope to see you guys for Revolution. So in regards to Wardlow, you had it, you lost it, you had it again, you lost it again. I don't care about it.
I don't think there's a place for him. There's nothing. I think anybody on that card that does what he does it better than him.
A Max reunion is such a backstep,
right?
And it just doesn't work for me. Him as in the Death Riders, no.
Nope. Doesn't have the demeanor.
Callis family, no. You already have Brian
Killers,
Cage,
right.
you know.
Yeah.
It's too similar.
Right.
Fire and Ice 2.0, no. Mm-mm. Keep him away from Hobbs. I need Hobbs to go on a fucking singles run this year. Ends in some gold. That's what I need in my life.
He does not have a spot to
I don't think he does. He was super over. They had it. Mm-hmm. Max wanted to play politics, and it fucking ruined him.
Yep.
He lost it. It seemed like he had it again.
Came back doing that cool top rope knee thing.
Yep. And then he lost it again. And then he's got hurt. I know he had a knee injury. I just don't see a place for a guy like that.
He needs a fresh coat of paint somewhere else.
Yeah, I could honestly go to fucking TNA. You could be a big fish in that pond.
Right. Because even WWE, it don't work.
Yeah.
Because the main roster has Braun Breaker, which is what he does.
And they have Obafemi, which is bigger and more impressive.
Yeah, I don't think there's a spot for him.
Yeah, I really don't.
I don't see it.
Is there anyone else you feel who's under contract but not being used that you'd want to see more of? Or even being underused?
I mean, the guy not being used that comes to mind is Keith Lee, but I don't miss him.
Yeah, me neither.
There's nobody that they have that right now that I'm like, man, I really wish they were on TV more.
Maybe I don't know, Yuka Sakazaki.
Yeah.
I wish they used Yuka more.
Right. I think I don't know why Mina hasn't been back for anything. I thought that was a long-term kind of thing.
I don't know.
But yeah, that kind of stuff, sure, because the women's division, while I think while I think there's a lot of talent there, the way you've positioned, particularly Mercedes, there's no challengers left. Even with Yuka, she ran through Yuka already.
I will say though, they are doing a good job with multiple stories for the women.
Yes, they are.
I think they're doing a very good job with
for
that.
Sure.
Quality be damned, but hey, we got multiple players here. Stuff that's not even involved with the title.
Right.
I like it.
We got Dustin just had that great moment. Those great couple of weeks. He was used really well.
Yeah. And that's fine. Even if that's done,
that's fine. I think it was a really good moment for him. OC's back. The guys that Hobbs is on TV, Take's on TV, Fletcher's on TV. Yeah. There's
Ospreay, Omega.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you got Hangman.
Right.
Yeah, I
think the only guy that they had under contract that was it's weird that they're not using him anymore, whatever that is, was Ricky Saints. You know what I mean? It's just and I know he came out too, and not to rehash this whole thing, but he was I got a stinger, and then they were afraid to use me, but I never turned down any creative.
So he mentioned a veteran, got his nose in his business.
Chris Jericho and Edge.
I definitely was
a lot of people think it's Punk. It's not Punk.
No,
it's Edge guy. And or Jericho.
Yeah, I think it's more so Jericho.
Yeah,
I do.
You don't think after that promo, Edge was let's 86 this kid?
Edge didn't have the clout yet to do that.
I think Edge walked in there with the clout. It's Edge. No.
No.
Okay. Then it's probably Jericho.
Because that'd be the worst thing you could do is walk in as a veteran
I agree.
And start throwing your weight around.
I agree. Wouldn't be the first time.
Not
for Edge, but I mean in wrestling.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, probably Jericho.
I think probably Jericho.
That's fine too.
Yeah. Because Ricky had some stinging lines about it.
Yeah, you know what? I'll tell you what.
You're not going to suck the life out of me, you clout
that's
vampire.
True. The opposite side of that question, Tim, is that they use Jericho too much now. I don't know that if Jericho left TV tomorrow, people are man, I don't know why they're not using Jericho anymore. The man who was the king of reinventing himself and not being overexposed has been overexposed and hasn't reinvented himself in 3 fucking years.
There you go, Tim. There's a counter question for you and Marcus.
Yeah.
Who are they using too much?
Yeah. Who are they using too much? Yeah.
Men's division, women's division, whatever. Who are they using too much?
Yeah.
I'd like to hear that answer on Final Wrestling Place this week.
I'd have to look at the whole roster, though. But yeah, I think, especially with them firing on all cylinders, I'm like, all right, yeah. Because the other thing, too, is like, they're still not fully healthy. Like, when Eddie Kingston comes back, they got to find a spot for him. Like,
he's going to be a fucking ball of fire. I cannot.
Right. Wait. There is a lot of, like, there's, and like, sadly, the Bucks are going to get re-involved at some point, I'm sure. But like, it's so fun to see how good they're doing. And it's like, oh yeah, you're missing these pieces. And Eddie's the only one that's out that I'm like, can improve what's going on.
Absolutely.
If Eddie came back tomorrow and was like, Mox, this is fucking stupid, stop it.
Yeah.
Changes the whole fucking program.
I agree.
But yeah, there's just nobody. I think they're utilizing the best of their roster as they can right now.
Yeah.
I think division wise, the tag team division is in the shitter again, kinda. Hurt Syndicate not on TV this week.
I don't think it's in the shitter.
Well, not in the shitter, but like I think they.
I think the Murder Machine.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be a lot of fun. Dude. I mean, like the division doesn't like the tag division seems to only be featured when it's the title and the opponent. Like they're not building.
Well, yeah, they don't have any titles surrounding.
And same thing with the trios. Like they don't have the trios just don't exist.
I'm shocked. But like they're using them as much. They had a title match on Collision 2 weeks ago. They have one on Collision this week.
Right. But I think you have some good tag divisions there that you can be showcasing people outside of a tag division, like outside of the titles.
Sure.
But Murder Machines is going to be awesome. I'm super excited for that.
That's going to be awesome.
But yeah.
So since we don't have any
hold on. Sorry. Back in my fucking brain. I don't know why Anthony Bowens hasn't been on TV since the breakup. Super weird.
I just think they're keeping him off, so then finally,
I hope so.
And Caster's
if that's what it is, then cool.
I think that's where
I just hope that. I hope that's where we go.
I can see it happen at the pay per view. Caster comes out, runs his mouth.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Even if it's on the pre-show, Bowens comes out, kicks his ass.
Yeah,
I can see that happen.
Yeah, I hope that's how that works out. It makes sense that it is. I hope that's how it works. I think Bowen's super talented.
Yeah. Tim, hope to see you for Revolution 2, my man.
Where are you gonna see us? Where? Oh, here.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh boy. All right. There is no international section this week.
Nope.
And I forgot to watch that match you sent. I'm sorry.
Oh, me too.
I apologize. I got busy this week.
And we'll watch it and we'll talk because we got some figuring out to do because we made some promises.
That is true. But Ed does have a question.
Oh, I hope it's only a one-parter. There's no international section, so we really only have time for one part this weekend.
That's true.
이제 이번 주에 에드 코드 질문입니다.
All right. So Ed says, "Hey fellas, pals, friends. It's a 2-part question."
Okay, this week only, Ed.
Number 1, what are we looking forward to in wrestling? Trying to find reasons to stay positive. I'm really excited for Kodai Nozaki versus Shuji Ishikawa in Kyushu Pro. I'll watch that. Mm-hmm. Iron Giants versus Astronauts in EVO. I'll also watch that. And Mad Dog Connolly versus Casanova Valentine in a dog collar match at unsanctioned. I assume that's
all yours.
880. What are you boys looking forward to? What am I looking forward to in wrestling right now? Probably watching WrestleMania with my nephews. I'm looking forward to that a little bit.
Yeah.
At least one of the days to watch with them because they're fucking crazy over it. Yeah. What else am I looking forward to in me personally in wrestling? I don't know. I'm not really looking forward to anything. There's nothing like jumping out where I was like, oh fuck, can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of stuff in AEW, like this pay-per-view is going to rock.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very excited because the pay-per-views always deliver.
Yeah.
I don't know. What about you?
I'll tell you something you're looking forward to. I think Ed's question is more wrestling in-ring related. But I know you're looking forward to the seemingly barrage of Great Muta stuff we're getting.
Year of Muta.
Like they got that license and they're like, we're gonna bleed this fucking thing like crazy.
Let's fucking go. Are you kidding me?
We're entering Mist Code in the action figure form. So
I'm so excited. You sent me that today.
I know.
Did you? I liked in the video where he's like, "Hi, this is Keiji Muto, friend
of Great Muta." Yes, it's the best.
Oh, I'm so fun. I cannot wait.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for Koki Amurai to make a recovery.
Mm-hmm.
She had to go and blow her knee out because she was fucking shook. She's afraid of the Great Sakuya.
That's right.
She knew the Great Sakuya was taking that goddamn GHC women's belt.
Yep.
What else am I more excited for? I don't know. More dope, like, Joshi stuff. I've had so much fun watching Stardom this year. Mm-hmm. And even, like, going back into last year. It's been awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's, we're quiet in like,
it's a
international stuff right now.
It's a weird season for, like, I know March you have the New Japan Cup that happens, which that's very hit or miss.
Especially with this lineup.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So I thought, like, okay, if Takeshita got announced for it, they were going to take the international title off of him. So he's going to be over in Japan for a month. But he's not in the tournament.
No.
So,
I'm excited for Dynasty coming to Philadelphia.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that.
Fun.
That's going to be dope as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the God's Hate show the day before.
Yep.
Oh, baby. Ed's second part.
I'm just gonna bring my Brody King figure and just throw it up on stage when God's Hate plays. Like,
I'm sure if you bring it, I'll sign it for you.
Yeah, I don't want to be that kind of fucking Mark.
Come on, you Mark.
I want to meet those dudes and be like, God, I fucking love you guys.
Yeah.
And especially like the Hard Lord dudes, I want to be like, I've been thinking for like a week and a half now about what my actual top 4 favorite hardcore records would be.
Yeah.
And I can't figure it out. So I'm like, I got to just start listening.
I hated that video.
Their episode?
I hated that video.
What video?
Did you see the ones from FYA Fest where they're asking people?
Yeah.
I hated it.
Really?
Ugh.
Why?
Some of the answers drove me nuts.
Okay. All right. Well.
I know it's a lot of new fucking kids, and I hate to sound like an old man, but Jesus fucking Christ, listen to Warzone.
Well, I agree.
Like, fuck.
But at least not everyone was like that 1 or 2 people that were like, I really like Bob Dylan or whatever the fuck. Like,
one's like the Scorpions or some shit. I need to listen to the new episode because it's like the best album closers. That's going to be real cool.
Yeah.
Ed's second part.
Yes, Ed.
What's your favorite Adam Sandler movie? My dad just watched Billy Madison for the first time somehow, and he loved it. I'm partial to Big Daddy, though.
Okay.
Sandler's run in the 90s was, like, amazing.
Yeah.
I love Billy Madison. Even, like, how fucking dumb Little Nicky is. It's
Little
enjoyable.
Nicky gets, I feel, unfairly maligned. I like Little Nicky.
I mean, it's bad.
I quote Little Nicky, Cover Winkler and Bees, like all that shit. Yeah.
Like Happy Gilmore is just amazing.
Yeah.
My answer, though, my honorable mention would, and it's not from the 90s, but it's Reign Over Me. You ever see that?
No, I don't know what that is.
So he plays like a guy who lost his whole family in 9/11.
Oh,
it's like a serious movie. And at one point,
I've never even heard of it.
Oh yeah, dude, it made me cry. Like 51st Dates is really good.
That was gonna be my honor. I like 51st Dates a lot.
My number 1 is The Wedding Singer.
Yeah.
I fucking love. I could put on The Wedding like any day and I'll watch it. I love it. The music's great. The acting is great. I love every part of it.
The funny thing about that is that, like, I was just sitting here thinking about it, and I'm like, it's got to be Happy Gilmore. What else is there? And I was like, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Little Nicky. But it's Wedding Singer. It's absolutely Wedding Singer.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yep.
It's
so quotable.
Right.
Like,
it is really fucking great. And I know there was a lot of talk in the Discord about the Zohan movie.
Yeah, don't mess with the Zohan.
And so I've never seen it.
Me neither.
But I remember when the trailer came out, and I was like, that movie looks really fucking funny. Is Sandler kind of back?
Yeah.
And I just never got around to see it.
Me neither.
And I realized this week because because of SNL 50, I showed Michelle a sketch, a Saturday Night Live sketch
made me cry during
that has stuck in my brain. And I told her, I said, you're not going to find this funny. You're probably actually going to hate it. But for whatever reason, it is always in my brain. And it is Sabra Price is Right from SNL, which is it's Tom Hanks hosting. It is culturally insensitive, and it is Price is Right, but everybody like haggles.
Oh, okay.
But I quote it all the time, and there's a part in it where it's The Price is Right, and they're like, television, satellite dish, and they do the accents and everything, and it's just rabbit ears, and the one person's like, that doesn't look like a satellite dish, and they say, will it help me get channels? And Tom Hanks goes, it won't hurt you getting channels. And for whatever reason, ever since I was a teenager,
Stuck in your brain.
Stuck in my brain.
Yeah.
I say it all the time. And then there's a guy comes up, Mike Myers comes up, he says, return the portable CD player. He's like, I paid $500 for this portable CD player. And he's like, and it doesn't work. And actually, it's a child's bank. And he goes, I never said it was a CD player. I said looks like CD player. And it's just this super weird fucking sketch. And Michelle's like, this isn't funny. I'm like, I know. But it's in my brain.
It's funny to you, though.
And some of that character stuff and those bits, because Sandler's in them. Sandler's like one of the guys on the side.
Yeah.
Is kind of the basis for Zohan.
Oh, okay.
So I would probably fucking love it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we're gonna have a movie night.
Yeah, but I've never seen it.
Zohan
I always thought it looked funny. There's like the thing with the foot where he kicks the guy in the face a whole bunch.
Yeah.
But I never got to see it. But Wedding Singer all the way. Happy Gilmore also excellent.
Yeah, probably Wedding Singer number one. Billy Madison number two.
Yeah. Who would eat 30 bag lunches?
That Veronica Vaughn is one hot piece of ace. Trust me, I know.
No, you don't.
We'll have a friend who knows.
No, you don't.
It's just so fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Spanish Armada.
That's correct.
That is correct.
Yep.
I fucking love Billy
Stop
Madison.
looking at me, Schwan.
It's so stupid.
It's so
fucking
stupid.
good.
It's so stupid. Yeah.
What is that, Phil Rurudo? Yeah.
I drew a blue duck because I never seen a blue duck. It's
That's my number two.
Mm-hmm. If pee in your pants is cool, consider me Miles Davis.
I didn't watch that movie now.
We quote all the time, too.
Yeah.
I made him extra sloppy for you. Get out of here, lady. You're scaring us.
It's so fucking good.
The best.
But still, Wedding Singer's number one.
Yes.
That's my number one.
Yeah.
I'm on my knees. Pretty please. Kill me. I want to die. Put a bullet in my head.
Yep.
Just fair warning. I was listening to a lot of The Cure before I wrote
Take off
this.
my Van Halen t-shirt before you curse the band and they break up.
Dude, I just showed my uncle that movie like 6 months ago. He's like,
Yeah.
this is really good.
Wedding Singer's great.
Oh, it's so awesome.
The rapping granny who was like from like Wilkes-Barre or some shit.
Yeah.
So
Tell him I'll up his pay to 3 meatballs.
my favorite that kills me in Wedding Singer is John Lovitz.
Oh my God.
Lovitz is like, I just want to thank you for getting out of the business. And he wiggles his hips.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's the best. Lovitz in that movie is insane.
Amazing,
That he steals that almost that whole movie with that one scene.
Fucking Julia Golia.
Celebrate. Sir, one more outburst for you and I will strangle you with my microphone cord.
Also, Drew Barrymore had the biggest crush on her in that
for
movie,
sure, dude.
Oh my God.
She's looking really good still, too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, all time.
Did you buy anything this week?
Did I buy anything this week? No.
Me neither.
No, I bought a couple comic books off of the Whatnot. Some Daredevils I got for cheap.
Hell yeah.
But then the guy running the show saw my screen name and asked me if I worked for Elon Musk. So
That's hilarious.
I had to end that one.
Yep, out of there.
It's one letter off.
Yep.
Shouldn't be. I blame the guy, the first person to ever write it down. So
That's true. I didn't
no.
buy anything either. So.
I went and looked, but there was nothing.
Yeah, I did. No, I did look the other day when I went to Target.
Yeah, there was nothing.
Waiting if that Justin Hawk Bradshaw goes on sale for like $5, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
But with all the Mudas coming out and
Yeah.
other expenses with shows and shit,
Yep.
I'm just kind of
We're getting into money spending season here.
yeah. Well, hey, it's almost the end of winter here. I mean,
Almost.
daylight savings is
Wouldn't
what
believe that today, but
next Sunday.
is it really?
Yeah,
Nice.
March 8th, Revolution.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, see, it's like double meaning or something.
Sure, man.
Okay. It's GTRO. Goto. It's a GTR, right? That's the move?
Yep.
All right.
Goto Revolution.
Go to Revolution. Thanks for listening, everybody. This was fun. It's weird not to have an international section. I feel
It's all right.
I feel incomplete.
Hey, there's nothing happening. What the fuck you want?
But thanks for listening. Week in and week out. This has been episode 301.
301.
You can find us online at WeNeedWrestling.com, at WeNeedWrestling on all the social medias. We have a link tree. You can figure that out. YouTube page, all that shit. Questions, concerns, complaints can go to WeNeedWrestling@gmail.com. Because apparently if you DM me, I'm going to fucking forget about it and feel like an asshole.
Hey.
So.
Your fault, not mine.
It is 100% my fault. What else? That's it. Probably member the soon-to-be-named network at STBN.
My fault. Never get to maybe mushrooms, girl.
Soon-to-be-named network at STBN network on social media. Soon-to-be-named network.tumblr.com, where you can find all of the friends mentioned on the show. Tim and Marcus and Final Wrestling Place. Joe and Adam at Odds with Wrestling. Joe and Todd at Longbox Heroes and Longbox Heroes After Dark. All of us at Wings on Wings. That's still around. Thank you, Tim, for the big plug on the hot sauce this week and everything. You went above and beyond on that, doing more to sell that shit than I am.
Appreciate you, baby boy.
Puzzle Warriors 3, Profane Argument, etc., etc. And go watch that Terry Funk 4.5 hour thing.
Enjoy your life while
fucking
doing
awesome.
It's the best.
And we'll be back next week with something.
Who fucking knows?
Something.
I don't know what's happening, but I gotta piss.
You're listening to the soon-to-be-named network, the Lamborghini of podcast networks.
Knock it off, nerds.